Coldplay, Speed of Sound. Steve, I know you like an insight to my musical taste, but that's my favourite Coldplay track of all time. I just thought I'd just throw that in.
Not a fan of clocks?
No, I think I've overplayed Parachutes a little bit, but that's my favourite one. Like it.
I'm afraid to say I'm a bit of a Philistine when it comes to Coldplay. That sounds the same as all the other ones. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, you'll have to meet these boys one day.
Yeah,
and
well, I'll tell them to their face. I don't care. A little bit rock and roll. I don't care.
Well, I'm Ricky Gervais. That little funny little Wurzel type voice over there is Stephen Merchant, and with us our producer Karl Pilkington. All right.
Whenever we say producer, of course, that is in inverted commas.
Yeah.
Done with the fingers.
Well, he didn't have it. I wanted to play some off my iPod today to record it because they didn't have it here. It's a great track called Anthony and the Johnsons. He didn't even have the lead. He went, right, it's difficult. And he went, is it any good? I went, yeah, it's really good. He went, well, why haven't we got it here already then? That's the paradigm, is it? If XFM hasn't got it, it's no good. Four Non-Blondes doing well, is it? That's still in the cupboard, is it? Unbelievable. We're a little bit annoyed today, aren't we, actually?
I'm really annoyed.
Yeah. All that stuff we did last week, Landauer sent us some sparkling wine, and we thought, right, you shamelessly plugged it.
Yeah.
How many times you mentioned it? About 20 times?
About 20 times.
The finale was hitting Karl on the head with a cork. That's on the website, by the way.
Okay.
RickyGervais.com. Go there and see Karl being hit in the head with a cork, right?
Yeah.
We said, look, send us free stuff. We'll talk about it.
Nothing. The cupboard
literally
is
nothing.
empty. The cupboard is bare.
No one has thought. I tell you what, there's those guys from The Office.
Yeah. Let's be honest, Rick. We are taste makers. We're opinion formers, you and I.
Yeah.
And you'd have thought if anyone was going to send us some free stuff.
Yeah.
It makes me fume. And do you know what it is? It's because PR people and that, they've realised no one's listening.
But not only are we going against all our principles and losing our dignity just for some free stuff.
And integrity.
Yeah. We're going against XFM policy because obviously they would have got thousands of pounds for Landauer to be mentioned last week. 20 times. No, it wouldn't. It's 40 quid, isn't it? It's 40 quid.
Yeah.
40 quid for a 9-minute advert.
Exactly.
So advertise your quality stuff here.
Yeah.
Jeff's Garage. Cheaper than some other garages. Actually, if there is
we played an advert once for a tattoo parlour.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I'm sure we played an advert for a tattoo parlour. What tattoo parlour can afford to advertise on a radio station? Unless it's a tin pot one like this.
Oh, God. Oh, got some good music today, though, Steve.
Oh, really? I hope so. I'll be the judge of that. Go on.
AC/DC.
Oh.
Have you got a bit of bare skin? You need colouring in? Come along to Ron's Bike Shop and Tattoo Parlour. He'll write Mum on your hand and give you Harley a tune-up while you wait. I can't believe no one wants to advertise with us.
And that only costs, what, 20 quid?
Yeah.
And they play that.
I turned down millions of pounds to do adverts because I think it's beneath me. And I thought last week I'll give it a little bit back. I'll excite all these people who want to get it.
Nothing.
All I'm thinking is, Steve, either our cachet's gone down, no one wants us anymore, right? Which is impossible, surely.
I would have thought so.
Or we're on a tin pot station that no one listens to. Now,
ding! Correct answer.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I'm having to hold on the pop shield of this mic because it keeps falling off.
It's embarrassing.
It's awful. I mean, oh, God. Well, Karl, what are your thoughts? Why have you stuck it out here?
Nothing better coming in, I thought.
Well, I'll tell you why, because you're always on holiday. You don't do a lot. You get paid, well, doesn't he, really? He's a moany. He doesn't try and get on at all. He doesn't deal with people. He moans about everything. And, so he's...
I'm alright. I've got my own little room and that.
Yeah. Like a cage. It is like a cage, isn't it? And he can shut the door. If people walk past, he goes, shut the door. He doesn't want them looking in. He's like a miserable old chimp. We noticed today how much he's simian, isn't he?
He's very strange, actually. We maybe should try and get a picture on the website because Karl's arms are particularly chimp-like. It's very, very strange.
Because he's got that he's got long downy hair. It's
and
not
the
like
long extended knuckles.
Yeah, and his totally round face that the chin goes back and the dome of his cranium. I think, quite seriously, I know we sort of share about 98.5% of our genetic material with bonobos and chimpanzees, but I think he's got a little bit more.
Yeah.
I honestly think he's a little bit of a throwback. Just his line, they just kept to this sort of really the ugliest one in the cave and the tree, and he really didn't come out of it. I'm not saying you are, I don't think you are. Yeah, you're chimp-like.
No, it does annoy me my hair annoys me on my body and that. Because I've got like hair on my little toes and that.
Have you?
Then on the legs.
Would you see your little toes? Can you pick things up with them?
Never tried.
Okay.
Well, that's the finale of this week's show. We're going to see if he can play a record and put the fader up
From a tyre, while swinging in a tyre.
Just using his hairy toes.
Yeah.
I've sort of got hair all the way, but then it just runs out where it should be.
On the top of your head.
Yeah.
And is this part of the reason why you're always uncomfortable about, being nude or around naked people? Is that partly the reason, do you think, because you look so grotesque?
Well, when I'm on holiday, I don't really like wandering about without a top on unless, like, it's a quiet beach or whatever.
Sure. So what would you normally wear?
Need. I just have like a nice sort of light, summery, sort of linen shirt, maybe, just a few top buttons open.
Yeah.
But I don't like... The naked body isn't that nice anyway, is it? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, if you're a cat and you're shaved, you don't look that nice. Do you know what I mean? But with
I think you'll find a cat is naked even with its fur on. Cats don't wear clothes.
No, but what I mean is, a bald cat isn't that good. You know, it does me head in that I'm bald. I'm not, I wish if I could have hair, it would be nice, but that's life.
Would you prefer animals to wear clothes like Mickey Mouse does? Or Goofy?
You know that I don't like nudist and all that. We've done it.
But don't you think sometimes you could sort of like maybe fancify a little bit, like if there was such a thing as an ape salon, and there isn't, Carl. There isn't, right? Would you give a orangutan a trim, maybe sort of his hair? Because some of those look like they're going bald, but they've got a comb over,
they
don't
should
they?
just have a shave. When it's like that. That's what I did. Just take it back.
And the underarms as well. Yeah, they've really got a lot of underarm hair. Even the women ones.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I know. I don't know. I don't even know why they breed. I don't know how they laid some of those horrible old hairy ginger orangutans.
Yeah, they are particularly grim, some of those.
I know, yeah.
The big ones.
I know.
Ginger ones.
Yeah.
They can't be happy, can they? What is that? Where did that happen, the ginger thing? Why do people give them, like, hard time and that?
Well, you just gave them a hard time then, so why did you do it? You were just buying in, were you, to
people do sort of give... I don't understand why, but ginger people get quite a bit of stick, and I've never understood it.
No, it's just, I don't know why.
They do, though, don't they?
I don't know, it might be historical, it might have been because... I'm sure they don't everywhere in the world. I'm sure it's probably...
Oh, they are. They're always... I've said to you about even, like, ginger cats, they're always fat, because they're sort of sick of it, probably.
Wait. Ginger cats, what do you mean?
When you see a ginger cat...
They've been eating, like, because they're upset, they've been bullied.
You never see, like, a thin, happy ginger cat running about. It's always overweight and looking a bit fed up. It's just a good point, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's a good point, Carl. It's a point.
So last week, the Chinese don't age well. Now, anything ginger, including cats, are sick of it.
No, but I'm just saying...
Are you ginger? Would you like to take issue with any of Carl's points? 83 XFM is the text. You can text us. Maybe you've seen a thin ginger cat.
I'm not having a go, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's weird how people give them a hard time. And it's if I could have hair, I'd go for ginger hair rather than being bald.
Really? Landed from Ben Folds on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Had a fax. Never mind champagne and freebies like that. Forget that. We're not doing that anymore. It didn't work, okay? But we are still in demand. Got a fax here, right? So a guy says, I produce a programme for the BAS scientists, right? Wintering in Antarctica. Now, what this bloke is saying is, there are scientists, right? Researching in Antarctica, and they're already locked away and sort of like out of touch because they can't get to them, right? But they're soon going to be living in 24-hour darkness, because through the midsummer here, it's darkness for 24 hours for like 3 months, and they're totally cut off, and he's trying to get some stuff together, and he wants us to record a message, and it said every year they choose a celebrity to do something, a message of their choice. They had Rolf Harris, David Attenborough, Jonathan Ross. This year, Ricky is the popular choice. So I'm up there with Rolf Harris, David Attenborough and Jonathan Ross in terms of the vote amongst some scientists stuck in a hut in Antarctica for 3 months.
I think they just got cabin fever.
So that's another poll. So that's another poll I've won. A British Antarctic scientist in a hut poll.
If I was trapped in a little room with several other men for 3 months of pitch darkness,
sexist.
Or indeed women.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why I'd ever want a message from Rolf Harris. Why would Rolf? I mean, David Attenborough, fascinating.
Well, I assume it is it's the animal. I assume they're researching penguins or something, aren't they? If they're stuck there, or maybe seismic activity, or maybe polar shift. I don't know.
Possibly if he were researching kangaroos.
Yeah. He knows about all animals, doesn't he? You can take him a budgie with a broken wing and he'll sort it out. Or he knows a man who does.
Sure.
He can, he'll sort that out for you. And he'll do a picture of it.
Yeah.
While you wait.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I thought they want a 5-minute message. We can do better than that. Let's dedicate the whole show to them, Steve.
Okay, what?
Dedicate the whole show to them. What was it? Trouble with my diction?
A little bit. I'm just thinking again, we've got to slow down because these guys are there, they're working, they're busy.
They're used to speaking eloquent
Yeah,
English.
exactly. They were used to talking to intelligent, educated people.
Yeah.
So Karl should be something of a surprise to them. I imagine they'll just flood back early and come back to study him.
So this is this show is dedicated to all you I know nothing about them. I don't know how many there are. I know they're just, as I say, in a hut somewhere, presumably with a laptop, drinking hot chocolate out of steel mugs with...
Just looking up porn.
Well, they're not on the internet, are they?
Oh, are they not?
Well, no, there's no phone line.
Well, how do they charge up the laptop when it runs out?
Well, they've probably got generators.
They must have other stuff. They got a telly in that, haven't they?
Of course they haven't.
No, for DVDs and things.
Well, they could probably have a DVD player that would run off a generator and stuff, so they can play. I don't know what we're giving this on CD or something, but
and what are they?
How can that enhance your life though? That you like 2 months has gone, you've sat there, you're chewing Kendall mint cake and just looking around at white walls, right, thinking that the Thing's going to come in any minute and put you out of your misery, right? And you go, all right, lads, it's here. What? A 5-minute message from Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
Who? The fella from The Office? Oh, yeah. Go on. I mean, so I don't know how I can enhance. I mean,
one of them's going, I voted for Ricky Martin. What?
Yeah.
But I don't understand what they're researching. You say penguins, but that's just a hypothesis.
Well, I'm assuming that because it's Antarctica, where the penguins live.
Is there anything else there? What else is going on? There's presumably climate differences and...
Well, yeah, because it's a landmass, isn't it? Arctic's just on ice, and Antarctica is actually a continent. It's a landmass, so there's stuff there. But presumably not in the winter. I imagine it's like 10 foot of snow, and really not a lot happening.
Sure.
I don't know what they're researching. It could be astronomy, as I say. It could be some sort of seismic thing. It could be just testing polar melting. It could be penguins. I have no idea. I haven't got the information. I don't think they want us to go into what they're doing.
I suppose they already know, yeah.
They probably want to know what's happening in the world well, we've got the man here.
That's an interminable 5 minutes for them. We've already wasted that 5 minutes. They're going to put it on excited to hear from you, and they've just got 5 minutes of us discussing what they might be doing.
What I'm worried about is this bit. Well, for these 10 people there, we've just annoyed the 200 listeners we've got. Because they're thinking, what's in this for me? Well, we'll have fun along the way, and what I think we're doing, they've been stuck there, as I say, they're out of touch, they don't know what's happening, so Karl Pilkington is the man. We're going to have a break, we'll have a song, maybe some ad breaks, and then Karl is going to let these scientists who are stuck away in the darkness know what's been happening for the last couple of weeks. Is that all right, Karl?
Well, I don't really follow the news, so they probably
play
know
a
more.
record.
I was going to say what's been going on.
XFM.
Embrace a glorious day. Well, it is a glorious day, Steve.
Brilliant.
Every day's a glorious day, isn't it?
Well, it is when I'm with you.
Yeah, love the world.
Yeah.
So these scientists, they're stuck away in the darkness. Let's tell them what they've been missing. What's the highlights, Karl, of the last Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, by the way, XFM 104.9, etc. What have they missed for the last... just do the last few weeks. What have they missed? Remember, they haven't got newspapers, they haven't got telly. What's the... Look at him, he's looking at me like I just said that in Arabic. What don't you understand? Think what's happened. Think what they haven't got that you know about. What have you seen and heard in the last couple of weeks that they couldn't have?
Well, like on the news and that, what's gone on in the world and that?
Yeah.
Well, or just things you've done personally. I think that'll be of less interest.
Yeah.
Pope's dead.
Okay.
I like it. I imagine that. Imagine if that was them breaking it to them.
Yeah.
Like they're listening in. You go, what's happened? The Pope's dead. Well, don't say like that. Break it to us gently, Carl.
Well, I think that's better than how they do it on the news normally, though, isn't it? They make a big deal out of it, and you panic a bit when it's a breaking news, and you think, oh, there's a war on.
Yeah.
And you go, Pope's dead, and you go, well.
So you've just used that short, sharp tactic.
I said it softly,
ripping
though,
a
didn't
plaster
I?
off quickly.
I just said it softly, didn't I? Pope's dead.
When you know all that coverage of the Pope with like these millions of people that had gathered in Rome and stuff, I was thinking about, you remember we talked about the Queen Mother, and they were queuing up to see the Pope.
Yeah, like
state.
4 hours to
and
get
once
a
again,
glimpse.
I couldn't help but feel if they popped him on some kind of like dessert trolley and just wheeled him past everyone else, they could have got that done in about 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
You know, once again, people not thinking. They're not expanding their minds.
Tell you what,
Yeah,
I mean.
Well, like students and rag week
Exactly.
with a bed down
Put
Oxford
on one of those
Street.
novelty beds. They're all dressed in kind of cardinals gear.
Yeah.
Just, trundling them off and down the... Yes.
Well, it's the way they also said they've now got a new Pope. He's hardly new, is he? Why didn't they learn from the last one?
Sure.
Keep taking on old people.
Yeah.
My dad couldn't even get a gig in B&Q.
Oh God! So who have we offended? I mean, the thing is, it's clever because soon our offensiveness isn't going to be sort of like we're feeling about offensive. It's going to be like we're going to be living with Salman Rushdie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The things. I mean, that's pretty. Don't have a go at the Pope.
I'm not having a go at him. It's good that he can carry on working and what have you, but I thought everyone had to retire at like 60 or whatever. Like, bloody hell. But, whatever, if you can get away with it.
Yeah, why couldn't your dad get a gig in B&Q? I mean, he goes there a lot, doesn't he? He goes there a lot.
That's why, if you're just joining us for this one-off show because you're trapped in a bunker somewhere in the Antarctic, you should know this of Carl's dad. He's a thief. He steals things, and we've openly discussed this before. He steals this from other elderly ladies and elderly people. Perhaps
he's not like Raffles, though. He doesn't go into their house.
He's not a gentleman thief.
No, don't people let's put this in context. He's not a villain, but sometimes when people leave groceries lying around in a public telephone box.
No, what it was, where they live now, they've retired, right? They've moved. I won't say where they are, but somewhere quiet, right? And it's so quiet.
It's not a witness relocation protection scheme.
But because there's only about 8 people live in this village, it's not worth like the like corner shops.
There's only 8 people living in the village.
It's quiet.
The village of the damned.
So anyway, rather than keep the shop open, you're meant to call up and go, all right, Harry, I need some milk today.
Right.
And they stick it in a phone box outside in the shop, and my dad found that out. So when he's been out, just stop off at the phone box, have a look at what's left lying around.
Yeah. But of the 8, I mean, there's 8 people in the village. My attention would be instantly drawn to the dodgy Manc fella. I mean, do you know what I mean? It seems in Manchester you can probably get away with this. There's a lot of scum up there, but down in this little village, you got a little Miss Marple type and a little, country policeman.
He's stopped doing it now.
Has he?
Stopped doing it. Yeah.
Cleaned up his act.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So the Pope's dead. Any other big news?
There was that thing I told you about last week. The foot-long spider eats chicken.
What does this mean to them? They're going to think that the world's been taken over by them. It's not like there's never telling. We're not going back. There's a foot-long spider on the loose.
How are these people bright, though?
Well, let's have a look. Antarctic scientists. Yeah, they've probably got an O-level or two.
They're looking at penguins all day.
Yeah.
So how bright have you got to be?
What do you mean?
Well, what are they doing?
Well, I don't know, do I? But they've been chosen. There's probably cost millions of pounds to set them up there. Oh, Carl.
I'd say this is like, for scientists, this is like Big Brother. Do you know what I mean? This is like a big dinner. Scientists there watching this, finding out what's going to go on. There's little challenges that they give them, little tasks.
It's like Celebrity Love Island without the sun and slappers. Go on.
I think what else has gone on?
Well, while you're thinking, Carl, I should just tell you, you threw that question out earlier, why are ginger people historically mocked? We've had a couple of responses on the text, 83XFM. Again, as ever with XFM listeners, don't believe what they say, don't trust what they say. But one of them...
have we got any respect for anyone in the world?
Get back to you. Pete in Tooting, now again I think this is nonsense, he claims that the reason ginger people are disliked is because Judas was ginger from the Bible. I don't know where he's come up with this idea.
No, I've heard that.
But I mean, are there a great many people from, you know, the Middle East who are ginger?
Well, that's probably why he stood out.
Sure.
And he was probably fed up, and he thought, I'll get him back.
Yeah.
Maybe...
Unless he had his hair dyed ginger when he was on the witness protection scheme.
What did
Which
he
presumably
do?
he had to go into after it all came out in the book.
What did he do? What
did he do?
He stitched him up, didn't he, to the Romans, didn't he, Judas? Didn't he do it for 40 pieces of silver or something? I'm not big on the Bible, but apparently...
Incidentally, if you'd like us to stitch up any kind of messiahs for 40 pieces of silver, just get in touch, 83 XFM. We're willing to do that for you as well. So that's one explanation. There's another one here, which is, again, I don't believe this for a moment. It says, ginger people get a lot of stick because in Elizabethan times, people with ginger hair were told that their mother had slept with the devil. And that was why their hair was ginger. So there's two options. Maybe if you've got some more, you can any more spurious thoughts, then get in touch. 83 XFM. But yeah, I don't know. Carl.
No, they might be true for both of those. I mean, the point is that if either of those are true, they were already being picked on. If you know what I mean.
Right.
That's the point. It's sort of like maybe that's not the total root of it. Well, the Judas thing might be the root of it. The first big ginger to do something a little bit.
So if he was bald, then old bald people would be like,
yeah,
get a hard time on that.
Yeah.
Well, we do mock you behind your back anyway, Carl. That's going on, don't worry.
So play a record and think of something that's happened to tell these poor scientists what's going on in the world. All you've come up with so far is the Pope's dead and there's a big spider. What is that?
That eats chicken.
The Pogues, rainy night in Soho. I hope there isn't a rainy night in Soho tonight, Rick. I'm sure you're one of those who agrees with me. So we just had an email here from a guy called James Lee. He says, hi, just writing a bit of info on the scientists in Antarctica. I'm a scientist who's just come back from one of the Antarctic bases called Halley, or Haley. There are 15 people staying there over the Antarctic winter. The scientists are looking mainly at the atmosphere, things like the ozone hole and meteorology. Right. I think there are 6 scientists staying over the winter, as well as a doctor, electrician, mechanic and a carpenter and so on. And so he's saying they do listen, they have the internet, so they maybe could listen to the show on the internet. And if you get the chance, say hi to Francis and the rest of the winter is for me. Sure, no problem. Yeah, thanks, James. But yeah, there they are. That's what they're doing. That's what they're up to.
But why are they asking you for a message though? When I mean, have these people got families and that, or are they convicts or?
No, what do you mean? Of course they probably do get messages from their family.
Well, why are you doing one for one? Is that, I mean, do you know, like you see it in like Porridge and stuff like that, where if someone's in prison and no one visits them,
yeah,
and they sort of look a bit fed up and that, is this message that you're doing for like people who don't get a letter in the post from?
Brilliant. So they put this on the shelf until someone doesn't get one. All right, Hargreaves? Yes, sir, I didn't get a message today, sir. Yeah, I've got a message, Hargreaves. I've what, sir? Hargreaves, you have got a message. Really, sir? From Ricky Gervais. Really, sir? And I give it... Don't talk, please. There are scientists listening. Try to keep the talking shit down to a minimum today.
What's annoying me is, right, they're saying they're stuck over there for months, but it seems to me like they're wasting a lot of time. Right?
Why?
Well, you're saying they probably watch DVDs. They're saying they've got internet access.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I'm wrong.
Listening to messages,
yeah,
get the job done and go home.
Well, that's so. Well, then we don't have to tell them anything then, because they listen to the internet. If they've got the internet, then yeah, it's a waste of time. Good point. Play a record.
Well, hang on. Before that, here's a good point. You've had a long time to research what's been going on in the world. We just had an email here from Nicholas who says, "Why haven't you told them about the recent pig Olympics that just went on in China?" You've missed that one, Carl. Once again.
Who won?
XFM.
First of the gang to die, Morrissey, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Well, Karl, you failed miserably. The scientists stuck away. Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to... What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I say, I don't really watch the news and that, so
right.
I can't tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing. I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, don't even. No. But Tell you about the Pope and that.
Yeah, you've pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that? What are your views?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't.
No, but it's better
This
not
isn't
knowing.
broadcasting,
It's
though,
better
is
not
it? This is
knowing.
nothing. Come up with something.
Well, the fat baby then, the fat baby that they found that was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That
Oh, for
I don't know. It's just a little fat kid and that.
what? Tell what?
It was
What
on
is?
the telly. It was on the telly. And
But
that,
what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. You're meant to be telling them what's happened in the world. Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some. There's this illness called Momo, right? And they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad. It was on Channel 4 and that, right? And kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo.
Isn't that
yeah.
Black Music Award?
No, right, little fat baby and that, and there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies,
Right.
and
So
one of them,
they're in danger.
How fat? Are you not telling? What do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone. It was only 2. And there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they like endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world. I'll be worried. Is it like a conservation campaign?
They're hunted for their flesh.
No, it's sad. If you, I know it's easy to
shouldn't
joke and
laugh,
that, but if
you
you've
could make
seen
an
it, you'd
interesting
go, oh,
handbag
it's
for
a bit sad and that.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I know nothing about it.
Well, I've told you, there's 3 of them in the world.
Okay, what else was on telly?
Something I watched the other night, that was just good. Again, you know how I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news.
Yeah, well, you don't learn stuff from the telly.
I'll tell you what, though.
You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens, and there was a fat kid.
Forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland!
But what's the name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve. I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay.
Oh, good. With some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9. Just to cheer up people. Go on, End. What? Go on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What
Autism.
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated. And now we're going to touch on a really, my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carl, then tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name? It was
It's the attention span I like. Oh.
these people who they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And they sort of take in a lot of information. They get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, all right, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything, which is great, but then the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
But if you can take
It's Rain Man.
No, I'm
he
not.
has special autistic powers.
Oh, God,
we must send for Rain Man.
I don't know what to do.
So
I don't know what to do.
So he would be a great contestant mastermind. Sort of autistic mastermind. He'd be
Well, what I'm
dynamite.
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, well, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, well, I mean, they seemed a bit.
But you watched the programme. What did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in.
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh. That other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about...
this is brilliant. This is just like... this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. When at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah.
What are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean? There wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around. That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but it was ages ago, wasn't it, when we were sort of forming...
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, it might have done. What's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a cave.
Why is he scary? Because what if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability... we'll talk about it in a bit.
Bobby Womack, across 110th Street on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant, and over there, Karl Pilkington.
Can I just remind people that...
A man so stupid, it isn't actually offensive. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No, I just wanted to remind people that they can get in touch on the text, 83XFM. You'll need that text number shortly, because we're going to be playing Rockbusters very soon. Gav has texted in, and he says quite simply, "What's happened to the webcam? All I can see is a bald monkey." Well, you're absolutely right. We'll try and get that sorted out for you. But we're rockbustering now.
Do it now.
Should we do it now?
Set it up now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You should just remind people, Rick, particularly if they're trapped in Antarctica for the next 3 months, what this game is.
Well, this is Blockbusters, just totally ripped off, and the clues are bands and artists. Carl says they're cryptic clues. They're not cryptic clues. They're more like, what word am I thinking of? They're tenuous. Some of them don't work at all. So it's really, are you in tune with a shaved monkey? I mean, it's nearly embarrassing to get the clue. I pride myself on that I don't really get them. And I'm sort of proud of that, because you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think I've given it a big sell.
Yeah.
Now, you do win Tat today, but the big prize is going forward to be in the draw in 5 weeks' time, when there's a signed Homer that I got Matt Groening to draw. If you go to rickygervais.com, you can see him drawing it. It's an original.
Well, if they want to see it, they can go to xfm.co.uk/Ricky, and it's actually... Just click on it, you can have a look at it.
Oh, you can see all the pictures there, can't you? There's also a signed Nigel Tufnell poster, and us three as Flanimals. But there's a little actually video clip. I was on rickygervais.com. You can actually see Matt Groening drawing it.
Well, so those prizes are the big prizes you can win in 5 weeks' time if you get to the grand final. In the meantime, it's the usual selection of mediocre gifts which will be given away.
That we found in a drawer that people have sent us to give away.
So first up, we've got I think most people agree, the mediocre John Travolta film Ladder 49, which I think barely made it into cinemas over here.
No.
We've also got on DVD.
And we're giving that away.
We're giving that away.
Brilliant.
On DVD, the TV series Grumpy Old Men, which I think is repeated every single night on BBC Two.
Oh, and that's free as well, is it?
Yeah, that's free.
Oh, okay.
Right. We've got the complete third series of Alias. Great gift, only if you've seen the previous 2 seasons. So,
is that the one I'm in?
I don't know, possibly. French and Saunders at the Movies, a collection of all their hilarious movie spoofs. Again, on television, I think every Friday. And the TV series Operation Good Guys. Fine series, but you could see that on UK Gold most nights. So once again, an excellent selection.
But if you win all those and take them straight down to Record and Tape Exchange, you will be able to get 2 albums that you actually like.
That's exactly right.
So,
people send us them, so they can sort of get bigged up on the radio, so that's done. We don't need to worry about that.
Angry.
So, anyway then, three clues.
Well, hang on, let's play the jingle.
No, I haven't got one.
You not got a jingle for Rockbusters?
No.
Well, do one quickly now.
Okay. Rockbusters.
Brilliant.
All right, so we got 3 of them. Cryptic clue and the initials. The band. It could be a band or an artist. We've done all that, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right, first one. The fella
Oh,
let his wife know how he got the bruise on his leg. Right?
Give us that again.
The fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on the leg. He got a little bruise.
Yeah, it's all. Imagine that in the Times crossword. You read it again, it's slightly different. Every time I look back at this crossword, it's slightly different. All the words change. It can't be cryptic.
The initials there, CL. Right, CL. Fella got a bruise on his leg. He let his wife know how he got it. What's going on? Right, second one.
All the muttering.
And what's the next cryptic clue?
Second one. That Potter lad had a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards and that. Right, he had a lot of bottle playing with the wizards and that. What's all that about? Right?
I love it. He always says, "What's all that about?"
TB there, band or artist, the initials TB, that Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle doing all that stuff with the wizards. Right? And the third one, the Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. What do they need, right? The Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. The initials TM. Right?
83936 is the text number. We don't want to receive emails from this because we can't be bothered, so just a quick text. Make sure you include all three answers. We're not interested unless you've only got, you need to get all three.
Yeah.
But the winner may only get two, but it's the first one with the most right answers.
Yeah. And if
that wins all those DVDs. Alias is a box set, to be fair. That's pretty good prize, that one.
Oh, you could probably get two CDs when you take that down to Record Tape Exchange.
And you don't need to see the first two seasons because you won't know what's happening anyway.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm excited to think that there's some people now in Antarctica just scrabbling around to get a pen, just trying to figure them out. You know, they'll probably stew on that for the next, I don't know, 2 months.
XFM.
Forward Inc. Gorillas on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, okay, we've got to sort this out. We didn't meet again this week, and this is a shoddy show. I thought we had a sort of framework for it, but do you know what I mean? No, I thought it'd be, Karl could sort of tell him what was going on. He doesn't know anything except watching telly, late night telly on strange channels. Like he gets all his information about the news on Anna Nova, and I mean, I even tried out because Monkey News last week was awful.
It wasn't Monkey News.
It wasn't Monkey News. It was. I can't remember it.
I've been away on holiday.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the Monkey News stops. I phoned him up. There was a front cover of the, I think it was the Telegraph one day this week, and it was an ironic story. It was a fluff piece, but it was a funny story. And it was about a monkey in a zoo that had a ruck with its father because it's adolescent. It was like the equivalent of like 16 to 18, and it had a fight with its father, and it escaped. It ran away, and it was like, an interesting story.
Yeah.
I phoned Karl up and said, "This is Monkey News. A monkey has escaped from its cage after an argument with its father." And he said, "What was the argument about?" I mean, he thinks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
What was the argument about? Like the zookeepers are going, oh no, he's brought up his untidy room again. The father, look, he's caught him smoking again. I mean, what do you mean, what was the argument about? They have fights. They have fights, and then it ran away.
His dad wanted him to go to college, but he just wants to quit and get a job.
Yeah, and he fancied a monkey in the other cage, and the father was saying, "She's not good enough for you." No. Oh.
So
what
we've got
was
some
it
Monkey
about?
News today?
Yeah, I got a little bit of Monkey News.
You got a little bit of Monkey News, right?
Yeah.
You've redeemed yourself then this week.
We've got some stuff there and that. What else has been going on? You were, what are we going to talk about now? Sort of head's gone now.
Your head's
got
gone.
Monkey News.
Yeah.
And,
why is it it seems like since we've come back on air, you have become dimmer. I mean, it is extraordinary. It's like BSC has kicked in.
Or
and
did
you
we
really
just
are.
forget? We just forgot.
Maybe
what?
it's been a long time. We've forgotten just how stupid he is.
Yeah.
It's proper. Do you mean it's the silences? He forgets we're on the radio. There's just
I know,
dead air.
it's unbelievable, and it's our name on this. They put up, but as I said before, he is. That's no offence. He's not a bright lad or educated or anything like that.
Yeah,
but some things he says does border on the retarded.
Oh, yeah,
I've been trying to take in too much information though. That's the problem recently. Well, I said to you last week, I've been like reading more books and what have you, and trying to take in too much. But the problem is, like even watching telly and that now, Suzanne said to me, stop doing that. Stop watching telly late at night and going to bed because it's making your brain too active. And I'm sort of
Heaven forbid.
And I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't. And then when I wake up, I'm thinking she had a go at me the other day, right? Because it was the night after watching The Fat Baby, right? woke up in the morning and she had a go at me because as soon as I woke up, I said it was something like, "How can you freeze time?" And she said, "Are you going to say good morning or whatever?"
I'm gonna burst! Just imagine it, right? It's like the sun comes up through the window. Oh, she's like, Carl's like that, his little head. His eyes open, he goes,
One of those floppy night hats.
"How can you freeze time?" Oh, God.
But it's because, like, whatever, the night before I might have heard that on the news or whatever, and it's just been sort of whizzing around my head.
Sure.
And, you know, it was a big debate. I think have they found a way of doing it or something?
What are you talking about?
They've done something about freezing time and all that.
See, this isn't information. This is nothing. That is nothing, that. They've done something about freezing time. Imagine Jeremy Paxman coming on, going, "Well, the issues tonight said something about freezing time." It's, think before you talk.
No, but I don't worry about how to do it. I just think about what effects that will
Oh,
have.
they haven't asked you to get involved?
Well, this is what I'm saying, though. You can't explain it. It's a tough thing, isn't it? But what's the point of me worrying
It's
about
not a
that?
question. Do you know what he said to me the other day? This is unbelievable. This is one of the most stupid, incredible things I've ever heard. He was talking, and he suddenly stopped, and he was thinking about it, and he went, "Oh," I went, "What?" He went, "You'd never see a black ghost."
Extraordinary.
True, though, isn't it?
I've never seen a ghost, full stop.
There are no ghosts. There aren't ghosts.
No, but I mean when you just see them in, like, magazines and that.
Play a record! Anthony and the Johnsons. Isn't that beautiful?
Interesting.
Hope There's Someone on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Well, Karl, more revelation. We were talking about it last week, but Karl brought it up again just now. Didn't want to go to the doctors, didn't want to have a full sort of body checkup that may save his life, because he saw on the website they do a test where they have to insert a finger in his arse.
Oh, don't tell me about it.
Why?
Don't put it on the website. Just we look at your heart.
Yeah.
We check your blood pressure out.
Yeah.
And then they could just do it quickly. Could just sort of say, right.
How do they do it quickly?
No, but what I'm saying is it's worse, isn't it? Going in there, knowing that, I mean, they've got it on the website. So you're on the journey on the bus thinking, in about 20 minutes I'm going to have a finger up my arm.
But they're doctors.
Yeah, but just
They're not doing it for a laugh. They're not filming it with a two-way screen. They're not putting on boxing gloves so it hurts more. They're up. Oh, his prostate's all right. Out again. Out again.
I'm just saying, in the day, the sort of.
Do you think they're in the pub going, "Here he comes"? It's Pilkington. I had my finger up his arse today.
Do they allow ladies to do that? Do they allow female doctors to do it?
Of course they do. They're
No,
doctors.
that's worse. Though.
You're sounding like him.
No, I'm just interested in, because, you know, do they allow female doctors to do the finger up the arse thing?
Well, of course they do. They're doctors. Forget the female and male. They are doctors.
Right, do you know any female doctors to do that? But what I mean is, isn't it a bit like if you're being searched at an airport, you know, and you're a woman, they send in a woman person to search you. They don't send in a bloke to do it. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, they probably trust someone who's gone through 6 years medical college not to be taking the piss as opposed to a fat security guard who couldn't get anything else. Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
you're talking about there's doctors all the time coming out in the papers, they gave them this so they could look at their boobs or whatever, or, you know, it's all, you're always hearing stuff about dodgy doctors.
But what I'm saying is, the reason why they do that security, because there's lots of security people, and they can, you know, for your own, you know, for the, you know, your own modesty, there's a female one to search females and a male one to search males, and that's fine. But there's not like 4 or 5 GPs to choose from, and you go in there and you go, is it your arse and testicles? Do you want a bloke or you know?
What about
you accept
what if they've
it.
got long fingernails?
They don't have long fingers. What do you think that this female GP looks like? She's sitting behind the desk like Cruella de Vil with cleavage and long red false nails, going, "Hello, love, bend over. This may hurt a little bit." There's gloves and Vaseline. I don't believe there's 2 of you now in the room. Karl, they're doctors. They have to. What would you rather do than put the hand down your throat and round your alimentary canal to feel your arse? It's a quicker way in.
You seem to know a lot about these doctors who stick fingers up people's asses. You're a very well-informed gentleman about this sort of thing.
Well, say if they did find something,
Yeah.
would you then have to get like a second opinion, so someone else's
No.
finger?
Well, no, they test it to see if there's anything suspicious. That it's usually a swollen prostate, which can be anything. So they catch it early, and that's it. They feel up there.
But if you want a second opinion, then the same doctor will just stick a thumb up and have a feel around them. Yeah. So it always works in the same way.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a doctor who can, I don't know, put me at ease. I mean, surely there's another way around it. I don't believe that. I mean, what is this? 60 million people or something in the world, isn't there? 60 billion or something?
Well,
6 billion, something?
Yes, you got it.
Right.
You hit it. Well done.
That's good work.
Right, so yeah, this 6 billion did I say?
Yeah, what's 6 billion then?
Loads, isn't it?
Yeah, but
So if you want a doctor to phone up to assure you that the finger at the bum thing's not painful and that it's necessary, and
Just
that
that
it's
it's
not just someone
necessary,
trying to get
really.
kicked.
Just that it's not an easy way round.
All right, what's
You know
the
what I
phone
mean?
number here?
It's, changed, haven't they?
oh,
You're the producer!
Hang on, here it is. 0871 222 1049, and I think you select option 1. It tells you anyway what to do.
please, if you're a GP or you've, even if you've completed medical, I mean, we want a qualified doctor, really. Anything else is not good enough for Karl Pilkington. We'd love to talk. You can ask him all the other questions, because Karl, as I said last week, he doesn't feel his own testicles because he doesn't like the feel.
Yeah.
So, I'd like a doctor to explain to him how necessary that is.
And this is truthful as well. I've got very slight pain around the genital area at the moment, and I think it might be some kind of groin strain, but I'm a little bit anxious, not entirely sure
Yeah,
what it is.
you've been with me twice when I've gone along to get them checked.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
It's terrible. I mean, but, it's usually, I think you're in a pretty low risk, aren't you?
I'd hope so.
You're coming out of the 20s. I think testicular sort of, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm not qualified. They told, all they said was to me sort of like it's 20s and 50s.
Mine-
So we're into
Mine sort of felt like they dropped a bit the other week when I was on holiday. I don't know if that's like when you're relaxing or I was wearing shorts a lot.
How far? If it's 2 foot, it's too far.
I was having problems walking.
What do you mean? Why?
No, it was just a bit. I had shorts on all day. I'm happy and walking about on the beach and what have you. And then at the night, when I put some long trousers on, I was sort of walking like a ricket.
They probably like stretch a little bit. Sometimes, I told you when I was about 18, I was scared. I went to the doctor. I felt a pain, right? And because I was doing biology, I thought I'd show off this doctor. I said, I've got a pain. I think it feels like it starts in the epididymis and goes up through the urethra either. And he went,
Finger up the arse.
he said, your jeans are too tight. They're squashing your balls. So we want a doctor like that.
So what's the phone number again?
It's 0871 222 1049.
A qualified
What do you
doctor.
mean your balls dropped though? We've got to come back to this.
I don't know. They just felt like it's not too bad at the moment. I was all right on the way in, but it was just,
I feel twinges all the time, but you never know whether it's just because they're
no,
in.
but they felt like they weren't my own. Do you know what I mean? They sort of felt a bit like these are.
There wasn't a bloke standing really close to you, was there? And
You didn't get them mixed up, did you, on the way back? On the flight back? Someone else has got them.
Well, take a leaf out of nudist books. They just walk around. They've got nothing on
it.
it.
About nudists.
Why?
Well, let's play this ad break and that. And
Have you had another encounter?
if we've got time, I'll tell you about it.
Have you really?
Oh.
XFM.
Right, we've got who's that on the line?
It's Rob.
Rob, and are you a doctor?
I'm a final year medical student. I'll be a doctor in 2 months, touch wood.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, where do you study? Do you want to give more details, or do you want to remain anonymous as you're calling in to
I study at Barts Hospital.
All right, great. So, why do GPs sometimes put their finger up a man's anus?
To see what's there. If you've got hemorrhoids, if you've got an enlarged prostate, it's either that or they stick up a big tube and have a look up with a light.
What?
And it's easier to do that.
Now, are you dumbing this down for us, or are you going to fail your medical exams by saying stick up a big tube with a light?
I'm dumbing it down.
Okay, come on then. We're all intelligent people here, and Karl. So you tell us what's that called?
It's called a sigmoidoscope.
Right.
Nice. That was a clever test, wasn't it, Rick? I
12
think he's a real
inch long,
doctor.
Yeah.
12-inch long tube that they can put up there.
So, Karl, would you prefer that or a finger?
Well, so do they sort of do the finger first, and then? I mean, at what point do they say, hang on, we need a light here? I mean,
It's normally if there's something wrong.
but So if I go then, say if I go to this well-known clinic, right, and they go, yeah, the art's good and that, yeah, finger, there you go, and then they go, hang on, I'm going to go and get me light and tube. I could start worrying then because they've sort of found something.
And they're not likely to go straight in with the tube. They'll probably send you off some tests first.
But Carl, there's nothing. But you go to these places to put your mind at rest and to know where you are with your health. I mean, it's not that you go along. That's what most people worry about. They think that because I'll go along and they'll find something. Well, one, that's illogical. It doesn't heighten the fact they'll find something because you go along. And two, if they do find something, it's a good job you went along. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I don't go to the doctor, but I've had that done.
You should be concerned if when they shine the little light in your ear, it comes out the other side of your ear.
No,
the other ear comes right out the other side. That's when you should be worried.
But Rob, right, you said then, if they find something, they send me off for some tests. Why can't I just have the test without that and cut out the middleman? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're wasting lots of money.
There's hundreds of tests they could do, and they could do every test, and they could all come back with nothing, or they could do the finger up there and send you for the 3 tests you need to find out what's wrong with you.
But in this day and age, with all the technology and that, and like brainy doctors and all that, the only way to find out is sticking a finger up there.
What are you worried about, Carl? Is it fundamentally that this doctor who's has done 6 years medical training, is it embarrassing to have a man's finger up your ass?
I just don't understand how you can get round to that without...
But what don't you like? Is it fundamentally you don't like anything up your ass, or is it the fact that it's a man's finger up there?
I don't like going to the doctors. It makes me nervous, because I think if anyone searches you long enough, they're going to find a fault with you, right? And especially if they're going that far into you. They're going to find something. And
probably not.
Well, you never... I just don't... I don't know how to get round to that sort of... that point where you get a... What do you talk to the doctor about? And he's like, all right, nice day. Strap your trousers.
He goes, he says, I'm gonna just,
Most people just shut up and let you do it, and then breathe a sigh of relief when you say there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But is that at the end of the test, or is that the first thing he does?
It's the last thing.
So that trousers up out the door.
Because he knows it ends conversation. He knows it's a bit of a faux pas. The doctor says, I better not kick off with the finger up the arse. What I do is I'll start on with the, the head, and then we're down and go, one final thing, Mr. Pilkington.
So Rob...
He drops his keys and he goes, pick them up, and as you bend over...
Will you be doing this, Rob? Is this what you're, open to do? You do all these...
I'll have to do it at some point. All doctors do it at some point, no matter what they specialise in.
So the first one, is the another doctor there to sort of make sure you're doing it right?
Not dentists.
No, but do you know...
Dentists aren't doctors anyway.
No. But do you know what I mean? Normally it's like a co-pilot will have someone with them for the first one. So when you put your first finger in, will someone be there going, right, you just want to move to the left of it?
I've already done it.
Have you?
Yeah. So that's the thing with a student, you're learning. So you get people teaching
and you learn on
these things.
Can I just point out, Rob, I think I'm right in assuming that you have a glove on.
Yep.
And there's lubrication.
Yep.
And it doesn't hurt.
No.
There you go. What are you worried about, Carl?
Who's this person who everyone's testing on in your class?
It's not one person.
One person. There's when a patient comes in and they've got a problem, your boss, the consultant, he does his finger up, and if he finds something, he goes to the patient, is it alright if the student has a feel as well? Then the student puts on a glove, puts the sleeve on the glove, and sticks his finger up and sees what he comes out with.
Rob, I wish you could see Carl's face. I mean, his face when you said, and he says, can this fella have a go as well? He looked horrified. That he thought it was a free-for-all, like there's a queue of people trying on gloves and going, let's have a go. That looks good up there. What have you found?
No, I mean, how come you had to sort of... Is it not something you could test on yourself rather than waiting for other people to come in? Because then,
It's an awkward position to get to, really, isn't it?
Well, but you can have a good rummage then without feeling too awkward, but to sort of have a go on your first patient when you don't really know what you're looking for anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Never really thought about it.
Because you don't... If you've never done it before... You pop your finger in there, and you've got to sort of look. You've got to have an expression on your face, like you know what you're finding.
Well, they can't see what you look. They can't see your face.
There. You got the big boss consultant man going. Now move your finger there, and you'll probably feel this. But he's just done it. He knows what's there.
Well, what? Oh, so he's already had a go. He's had a feel, and he's going right. If you feel to the right, that's the conglomerate or whatever.
The congomblery, yeah. It's congomblery is in perfect working order.
Well, I'm still.
Thank you, Rob. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Karl is probably the worst patient you'll ever encounter in your medical career. Good luck with your finals, and thanks very much.
And do you know any female doctors who do this? Or?
Thank you. XFM 104.9. Thank you.
Josh Rouse, it's the night time on XFM 104.9. Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais, Karl Pilkington, what is it time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right then. So there's this monkey, right? In Canada. It's in a zoo in Toronto, I think it is. His name's Pascal, right? And what happened was all the people in the zoo sort of said, what can we do? Sort of spice the day up a bit, right?
Yeah.
So they left.
Embellishing. No way this is a news story.
Let him read the news.
Okay.
So they left.
Any dates?
Just let him read the news. All right? You wouldn't interrupt Moira Stewart.
There's about 2 weeks ago.
No, because she always says today, so you know it's news. She doesn't say, right, there was a monkey, right? In Canada,
come on,
right?
Mate, just finish the It'll be all night.
A couple of weeks ago in this zoo in Canada.
Right. Jesus.
They got a camcorder.
Right.
And they said, let's leave it for the monkey to have a play with, right? So, anyway, they passed it around.
Won a BAFTA.
And a couple of chimps and that were rubbish at it. They were like filming the floor and all that, and the fingers were always in shot and stuff like that, right? But anyway, there was this one chimp called Pascal, right? Who
annoys me that he calls them monkeys, though. They're not monkeys, they're apes.
He was a dab hand at it, right? He was like filming stuff, really good shots, sort of nice mood and that. He used the lighting properly and all the rest of it.
No, he didn't.
This is the news. What are you talking about? This is the news.
Steve,
anyway.
it's so annoying. You know it annoys me so much. Things like that. He was a dab hander. He was doing really good shots. It really annoys me.
Let's hear the news.
Anyway, right, so he started at night, like when the zookeepers went home, he started filming like other monkeys on the go, like whilst they were at it, right? And he was filming them and what have you.
The Ron Jeremy of the zoo.
You know it's going to end up on the web.
So anyway, the zookeepers came in the next day and it's like, let's see what shots he's got. Anyway, he's got all this like, all these monkeys at it and what have you. So,
this is, honestly, you don't know what this is doing to me, Steve. Can I stop him now?
So they thought like, actually there's a few monkeys who aren't at it enough. Do you know what I mean? They have problems and what have you. So let's give them the videos.
That is so untrue. This is so untrue. It's so untrue that it was filmed by a monkey.
So
it's so untrue.
Right?
Rick, I don't know who to believe.
Oh, Karl, you're talking so much shit again. You must know that's not true. There's no way.
There's a load of tapes out.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't keep talking. Look at me. Yeah. You must know that's not true.
Can we just hear the end of this news?
You had to go at me last week because I didn't have the full story. I've got the full story. You're still not happy.
There is no way that by chance, what should we do? Let's give him a camcorder. That could happen. Right. He then films him at it. That might happen. It might happen, but I don't think he'd keep the camera still. Two, they go, hold on, this is good stuff. This is good shit. This porn's good shit. Anyway, look at that. He's got a lovely shot. Yeah.
So
this is ridiculous.
Let me just recap because I lost my way there. So the monkey has filmed the monkey porn, and now they're showing it to the other monkeys.
Is he directing? Can you hear him saying stuff? Can you hear him go?
It's just like Chimp Pimp 1, 2, and 3, and all the rest of it, right? But anyway, so they've got all these other tapes because what happened was they said he's quite good at this.
Oh,
and the animals,
God!
And the animals are happy having him around because he's not a human. He's just one of the gang. Do you know what I mean? So they started putting him in with other things like ostriches.
Right.
And
talking shit.
There was also, and do you know they have a problem with pandas in Japan?
Yeah.
So they've sent him out there filming a bit of. Where are you going?
Honestly, you really annoy me. There's no way this is happening.
Can we just hear the end?
Why can't he just find a real story about a monkey?
Let's hear the end.
The end is really that he's going to China. He's filming the pandas and whatever.
No, he's not. They wouldn't send a monkey director. They would not send a monkey director. Thunder Road by Bruce Springsteen, possibly the greatest rock song of all time. I don't know. Big words.
Big words indeed, but I echo them.
Well, we're running out of time. We've got to get on with the show. It's near the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the scientists stuck in a big, hut in the middle of nowhere in pitch darkness, 10 of them.
I imagine they've been fascinated, Rick, by the finger up the arse discussion. We had
Chinese don't age well, gingers. Yeah, all that.
The big fat kid.
Well, actually, they're probably secure in the knowledge that if they want to kill some time and it's dark, there's nothing better than stick your finger at someone else's ass.
Exactly.
So enjoy that. But they've been hanging on for Rockbusters clues, I imagine. Here's the answer. So give us the clue again quickly.
All right, so the first one was the fella let his wife know how he got the bruise on his legs.
Go on.
Right, that was Courtney Love. Yeah, Courtney Love. So that's Courtney Love.
So that's
the
fine.
first one. CL.
So that one's fine.
The second one, that Potter.
What am I doing? Letting that one
Just
go?
let it go. Just let it go.
Am I just letting that go?
Annoyingly, we haven't got time to take issue with it.
Okay.
That Potter lad, he's got a lot of bottle, hasn't he? Doing all that stuff with the wizards and that.
Go on.
That's Brave Harry. Yeah, the Bravery, current sort of XFM band, the Brave Harry. That works as well.
No, it doesn't.
And the last one,
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work.
the Buddhists
It doesn't work.
won't be able to get in their temple without
It doesn't
these.
work. Brave Harry. It doesn't work. Brave Harry.
The
Brave
Buddhists,
Harry.
Buddhists won't be able to get in their temple without these. TM. That's
Yeah.
the monk keys, right? So who got all them?
The Monk Keys?
Who got all them? Right,
Which band are called the Monk Keys?
the monkeys.
Oh, the Monkeys.
Yeah, the monkeys. Right. So who's the winner this week?
The winner this week is Gina.
Well, we're letting that go, yeah?
Gina got them all right. I think her text said she was from Horrorstead. I don't know, I've never heard of that place, but I assume that's right. But Gina, you win that selection.
I can't believe she got them. I cannot believe she got them. But she goes, wins those and also goes into the prize draw. We'll have 6 people competing for that original Matt Groening thing. If you go to rickygervais.com, you can see Matt actually doing that. We've got a signed Nigel Tufnell and original drawing of us as Flanimals.
If you want to see xfm.co.uk/Ricky, if you want to have a look at the picture and that.
And well, that's it. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
More drivel next time.
A shaven monkey.
Right.
Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, spread your love. It's time to give Karl... You're actually nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. Just to recap, Karl is 30 this year. He never went to get his results of his GCSEs. So myself and Steve took upon ourselves to phone his school, track them down, and we actually got your results. What did you think you took?
Did English,
Right.
maths,
Yeah.
art,
Right.
and I think I did physics.
Okay. Well, you didn't do any of them.
Eh?
You didn't do any of them. You didn't register. You registered for one exam and took one exam and got results for one exam. So I don't know what you thought you were turning up to, or you weren't registered, or you didn't.
You're familiar with the notion of registering for an exam. You have to kind of officially register in order to be eligible.
What do you mean, register? I turned up for a couple.
Yeah, you can't just show up. You have to register for them.
You have to pay this because it costs the school money, so they have had to have paid for you if they thought you were going to pass. You can't just turn up on the day and ask for some paper at the front.
I never got a letter telling me that.
Well, that's because you were never at school.
But you did somehow register or registered for one exam. You registered for history.
It's a topic that you've always been interested in.
I was saying to Ricky before, World War II, I loved it.
Not the actual event.
No,
the
but
study
just
of it.
all
You
the
mean?
stuff like, about the Anderson shelters and stuff like that.
Yep.
And the bombs and that. And then when I took it, it had nothing to do with that. It was more about the Tudors.
So the Second World War didn't come up. You mean there were no questions about the Anderson shelters?
Nothing.
That's devastating.
So
So what are you expecting the result to be?
is that it?
Yeah, it's the only one you took and registered.
As far as the school is concerned, or
yeah.
certainly in
Well, it's the
terms
only
of
one
what
that
they told
counts.
us.
It's the only result. It's the only one that counts. Yeah, you've got...
I don't... Did you register for yours?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got certificates and everything.
So what... Do you do that before the exam? Do you have to go somewhere and sign something, or...
Yeah, you don't check your results and then decide if you want to register. It's not like Millionaire when you look at the question and go, I think I'll take the money.
Yeah.
You go...
no.
But anyway, you must have registered for one, or maybe your teacher put you in for
Well, I didn't do it.
They must have been confident. They must have been confident. They must have thought your best bet was history.
Right, so... What did they get?
You got an E. Which I think, technically, is a pass.
E?
It's a bad pass, but there's F,
How
and there's
much
You're not going to be doing a PhD.
you can get an F, right, which is fail, and then a U, which is ungraded. Now, I don't know why the U exists, because F means you failed. U is like them going, you not only failed, but you wasted my time.
So
we're annoyed that you took this exam.
So you thought they'd register me to get an E?
Well, they didn't.
I think they were hoping. It was rather like you with the lottery. They were hoping for something better than
You
nothing.
see, I assume that the man who registered for that thought he can scrape an E if Anderson Shout was come up.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. You've got. Now, what I'd like to do, Carl, is I've started your re-education. You've read a book on Rasputin. I'll be asking you a few questions about that later. I've got another book for you to read next week. Next week,
I'm not in the mood.
What?
Not in the mood.
Oh, come on. Look, what's that? What does that say?
It's that fella. It's the picture of the bloke that he used to use for Citizen Smith.
Yeah? Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was quite happy, I think, when he found out that Robert Lindsay was involved. He went, yeah, of course you can. No worries, yeah.
What are your feelings, Carl? What
do you think? Are you depressed?
I'm just a bit annoyed because I'm sure I turned up for more, so it just wasted me time.
Listen, they don't matter.
I'm sure
you're doing very well. You know, you can educate yourself. GCSEs are merely a step on the ladder to help you, not just for education, but, you know, they're more vocational than anything else. You're doing very well, and you're reading books. Don't worry about it. But can I suggest something? But if you want, I'll pay for you to take history again.
Carl, we'd love to see you get a C or above. And
Well,
we're
I'll
willing
pay for you, and I'll get you some books. Right, now listen. We can, let's get, I reckon, when are the exams? June?
Something like that, yeah.
We'll try and register next week, and I reckon you can get an A or B.
I'm
history.
Busy, I'm busy.
In history. No, don't worry about it, it's just easy. I get you Brody's notes. If Heat magazine, they love you, Carl. They could probably sort something out. They could probably pay for a tutor. They got a lot of money, they sell a lot of magazines.
I mean, it is always, almost always, and you found that out, I discovered this, it's always the Tudors and Stuarts. There's no fear for them not coming up. Now, what do you already know about them? You must already know stuff about Henry VIII and Elizabeth.
No, because it's too long ago to even get interested in. Do you know what I mean? You can't.
Is that why you didn't?
To it.
Okay.
The Anderson thing, it was like, God, you know, I bet my mum and dad were in an Anderson shelter. You know, this is interesting.
What, when they...
Oh, my granddad would have, like, had something to do with this. But the Tudors, it's like, I don't know even if they had a family back then.
Play a record! As you know, I lent Carl, part of his education is historical education. I lent Carl Gladiator, the movie, on DVD, which he watched on his PlayStation 2, and Rasputin.
Do you know last week when you gave me this, did you know my result for history?
No.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yep. Now, right, okay, it's the film review. Carl, you just tell it from the heart, tell us what you thought about the film, what you thought the...
Can I just ask, is this the first time you'd seen Gladiator? You'd never seen it before?
No.
Okay. And what were your thoughts?
Okay. The film review. Gladiator.
It's alright. Nothing great. It's like an old, sort of an old version of Rocky done in the olden days, really.
Right.
A bloke fighting other people.
Sure.
How sort of well known is the story? Do you reckon people know the basics?
Well, just very quickly, just do the plot.
Quickly. There's a guy called Max.
Maximus, yeah.
Yeah. There's Caesar, and there's Caesar's kid, and Max goes to war, sort of wins it, comes back. Caesar says, you're good at what you do. I wish my son was as good as you. So I want you to be in charge when I die. His kid finds out, a bit annoyed about it, kills his dad, because he don't want anyone to hear that he said that he wants him to be in charge.
Yeah.
So his kid gets in charge and thinks, I'll show you. You're not going to be king, I am. You're going to be a slave or something. And then, next thing you see is...
Sorry, can I just stop there? My only thought is the film's 3 hours long, so maybe we shouldn't go through the whole plot,
We've done the first 10 minutes, but
Yeah.
go on. So, yeah, he's a slave and then...
Yeah, but then, that was an interesting bit that I thought, right? I mean, I was watching this with a girlfriend, she was already annoyed because she wanted to watch Friends on E4.
Okay. It was a good episode as well this week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Don't tell her that.
Okay.
Right, so she was annoyed and she said, come on then, put it on. And I got it wrong straight away, because it says on the back 149, so I thought that was an hour and 49 minutes. It turned out it was 149. No, I thought it was 1 hour 49.
Yeah.
But it was 149 minutes.
Sure.
So it overran anyway.
By 40 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway, the interesting bit was where he was going across a desert on a horse. And I think to show you how long he'd been going across the desert on his horse, he's showing you a shot of the horse's knees and they were bleeding. And I just wondered whether that's what horses do if they run for a long time. Do you know?
I don't. Good.
Right, so anyway, so he goes on, he keeps going on like this. He's a slave, and then he has a fight at the end with the Caesar's kid, and he kills him. And that's how it ended.
Okay, good. What did you think of it? Just generally, what bits? What do you think was wrong with it?
Right, well, I've read up on it, and there's already a fact that is wrong.
Right.
Caesar's kid, he didn't actually kill his dad. His dad died of a natural death.
Right, in real life, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, what's Caesar's kid's name? Comedian or something?
I think it's comedian, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the name comes from. When a funny person is called a comedian.
He didn't actually get killed in real life by Max.
No.
He died by his sister poisoning him, and he didn't die. No.
Are you saying that this is not a historical document?
It's wrong.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Well, next week I'm giving you Braveheart, and that is actually true. That is factually accurate.
I can't handle it.
It is. It was a little Australian fella that helped him out.
Just for people who watched it, you know that the guy, Caesar's kid.
Yeah.
He died. His sister tried to poison him. That didn't work. Apparently, he was a gay fella, and his boyfriend, who was a wrestler, strangled him.
Where did you get this information?
On the internet. I thought I'd look it up to see how much of it I actually got right.
Yes.
And that's what I read.
Okay, so out of 10?
5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's no good. I wouldn't get it out. And it's annoying the way it says, like, this film's got to be seen at the cinema, because I saw it at home, and I don't think I missed out on anything.
Very good point. I think that's probably the point they're making, but yours is valid too. We'll play a record, and after that I'm going to ask you about Rasputin, the Mad Monk.
But anyway, Gladiator, just was going to add on the end of that. If you're into that sort of film, Jason and the Argonauts is probably a better bet.
Is that factually accurate?
Did you look that up or not? Did skeletons actually come out of the ground and fight?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's a more enjoyable film.
Okay.
And it's shorter.
Okay, now, just moving quickly on, just to the last item on Carl's re-education this week. Rasputin, you read a little book about Rasputin?
What did you know about Rasputin before you read the book, Carl?
Can I just tell you, when I handed him this book, it was my house, I said, right, he went, is he the one that lived under the bridge? And I went, what do you mean? He went, the fella that lived under the bridge, and you had to pass him with a, and Jane, went, you're thinking of, Rapunzel. And he went, yeah. And I went, well, that's not Rapunzel either. Rapunzel's, you had to say, isn't that, you had to guess his name.
The person who lived under the bridge was a troll in the 3 little book graph.
I'm a troll, foldy well. So, to answer your question, Steve, that's what he knew about Rasputin. Okay?
So have you read this whole book? Can I just have a look at it, Rick?
This whole book, it's about the size of a beer mat.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, but did you read the whole thing?
No.
You didn't manage to read the whole
even
thing?
do that?
Well, again, some of the names in there are so long and foreign sounding that I just thought, I can't remember all these. So I just got to the meat of the story.
Go on,
what did you learn about Rasputin?
Right. He was a monk.
Yep.
And,
mad?
Was
he a mad monk?
Hang on a minute.
Don't confuse him.
Sorry.
Right.
Go on.
God. You see, this is what happened in the exams. Right, it was...
Oh, don't do that when I'm drinking, Carl. Please, mate.
He loved his women. That's how the story started off. He had really nice...
The story started off, yeah.
He had really nice eyes, and that's what everyone fell for, especially the women.
Yeah.
Anyway, the people back then thought he had special powers because he could hypnotise people or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it was about a little lad who had some sort of blood clot on his leg. And he said, just calm down and you'll be all right. And people thought he had special powers, but what he was doing, he was saying calm down, and he relaxed, and it stopped the blood flowing sort of as fast. And that's how he got better. But anyway, that's the only bit of special work that he did. And then he kept going on, and he was going in brothels and all that. And the people in the town thought, this isn't right, he shouldn't be going about doing this. And
where did he live?
Russia.
Right.
Is that right?
Yep.
What sort of era?
I thought you'd might know.
About 1800.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
And then...
Do you want to check that, Steve? You got the book?
People got sick of him. People got sick of him, and they said, oh, we'll have to get rid of him. So they tried to... He loved cakes as well as women.
Okay.
So they said, let's poison a cake. And they poisoned a load of
Easier than poisoning a woman, wouldn't it?
And he ate these cakes, and it just didn't kill him, and they were like, God, what's going on? And they kept giving him more and more cakes, and...
He was suspicious.
And that didn't work, so the fella said, that's it, I'm going to shoot him. So...
Well, I imagine it was the end of his tether.
So...
I mean, he was back and forth to Mr. Kipling's,
He shot him once, and that didn't work, and the fella thought, oh my God. And he started running away, and Rasputin's running after him, and he shoots him like another... I think he took 4
face
bullets.
full of Battenberg.
Four bullets.
Didn't swear then?
4 bullets it took to kill him, and then this fella who was after him chucked him in an icy lake, and that was the end of him. But I don't understand, sort of...
What don't you understand, Carl?
Well, the fact that, you know, he's a bit of a name in history, and I don't understand why, because it just sounds a bit like my brother.
Does he love women and cakes? And do you think that'll be his downfall?
Right, I want you to study. Right, if you want to do, that's the first introduction. Right, if you want to do some extracurricular,
What would that get me?
There's a song by Boney M that lays it out.
Suzanne told me about that, saying about Russia's greatest love machine.
Yeah,
but it didn't say anything about cakes.
No.
So I think if you get the 12-inch mix,
no, but they say, according to Boney M, and I don't know who's correct, the bloke wrote that or M, they put some poison into his wine. Now I don't know if M have done their research or whether they did shoot him until he was dead. According to them, he was the greatest love machine in Russia. I don't think it says that in the book, but M might know more than that fella.
So what's your final verdict on Rasputin?
Just a normal bloke who didn't have that much luck, really. That's what I don't understand. I was waiting for something special at the end, but just a normal fellow, really.
Yeah, just an everyday. Happens all the time, doesn't it?
Just an everyday mad monk.
Yeah, just an everyday mad monk. You have to shoot and poison and throw in icy lakes to kill him, and who loves women and cakes. I mean, come on, do we need another one of them?
Boring.
So what would you say about him then? How would you sum him up?
I think you've done it.
I think you've done it.
There you go.
So next week, Che Guevara, you going to read the book?
I don't know.
Come on.
Next week, Che Guevara. Take it home. There he is.
Give it here then.
Anyway, okay then, well, you were tested on Che Guevara. Right, Carl.
We should just remind people what happened, because last
week... This is a little series. I've got lots of these little books, right? They're about, like, 2.5 inches long by about, 2 inches wide. Those tiny little things you see in the, sort of on the front counter of Waterstones or Smiths, and it's The Life and Times, a series of all the greats in history. Last week you read about Rasputin. He wasn't impressed.
No.
This week...
This book's a little bit thicker than the Rasputin one.
No, it's the same, I think. Was it? Maybe the writing's
bigger writing or something.
But okay, Che Guevara. Who was Che Guevara? Just now, you learnt to pronounce it, right? And how do you remember? You told me the week how you remembered what his name was.
Che is like shake, and his surname is like guitar.
Right.
Shavara.
Okay.
But anyway, right.
Tell us what you know, and we'll ask.
Right. First of all, his name isn't really Che.
Right.
It was something else, and Che means buddy in wherever he's from, Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So anyway, he was born, and he was.
By the way, Carl's not reading this from a book now. This is all out of his own head.
This is not pre-planned notes.
No, this is. I mean, I know it sounds written, but he's just.
Yeah. Right. Here we go.
Go on.
He was born. He had bad asthma as a kid,
right?
Which I thought was quite interesting because they didn't have cars and that back then, and that's what they're blaming asthma on these days. The bad build-up of traffic and that.
Well, they did have cars, Carl.
Not as many as they have now.
Okay.
So that was something I picked up early in the story.
He had asthma. Yeah.
His dad was into he wasn't a politician or anything, but he was, they were into the politics.
Sure.
So he sort of grew up around a family who was into, watching the news and that and keeping up to date on what's going on in the world. So that sort of rubbed off on him. He went to school. He was doing stuff on medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to be a doctor, or he thought he did.
Yeah.
Anyway, he learned really quick. He did 6 months work in about 3 months. So he could have some time off school or something.
Right.
So he took that time off
Yeah.
and went to travel South America with his mate on a motorbike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he saw all this bad going on in the world, and he thought, oh, this is bad, this.
Yeah.
I could do something here. I could change this, make it a nicer place to live. So he said, what I'm going to do is join a gang that sort of is against the like the government.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Am I right so far?
Yeah.
You're doing very well.
Right. And the woman who he met, who was running this gang, is a woman called Hilda, who he later married.
All right.
And Hilda introduced him to Castro,
Right.
who was the head cheese of the gang,
Right.
who wanted to change things.
Okay.
And so she said, this is I think his real name was Engelbert or something like that.
Ernesto.
What? Ernesto. She said, this is Ernesto. He does medicine. Should have him in our sort of army. So when there's injuries and that, he can make people better.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah, all right then. So he joined the gang, and they went went to sort of. I'm chopping it down a bit.
No,
Sure. You're condensing.
It's not in real time.
No.
So anyway, so they go.
It feels like it.
See, this is why I just wanted you to ask me questions.
Well, listen, let's cut to the chase then. So, obviously, he made his name as part of the Cuban Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what date that was?
About. No, I don't.
Okay. And obviously, so he was a big involvement in that.
Yeah. Which country was he caught?
It was caught in Bolivia.
Yeah. How did he die?
They executed him.
Yeah.
He shot him, and his last words before he died, right? The guy's there with the gun, and he wasn't scared. He wasn't crying or anything. He said to the bloke with the gun, he said, "Go on, shoot me. Be a man."
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
and they shot him.
And did it tell you what happened to him after that? His dead body?
No, but Suzanne was telling me about this the other night. She said there's more to it than that. They stuck it in a glass coffin, didn't they?
Well, no, but before that, they cut off his hands and his feet
and sent them to the.
No, because they buried him in different places, and then they buried the body. I think they might have sent the hands to Fidel, but they buried him in an unmarked grave because they didn't want anyone to start using his grave or his tomb as a place of martyrdom. But of course, that just made him even more of a martyr because no one knew where he was buried. So it just meant that he was even more. But that wouldn't work
anyway, because if they did find out, that's more places people can go and sort of grieve. Do you know what I mean? If you've got all these different graves,
what with different parts of his body?
Well, you've got a foot over there, and it's oh God,
his head over there.
Thanks for what you're doing.
Yeah.
So all in all,
essentially, what's your summary of Che?
Yeah, you like him more than Rasputin, don't you?
A lot better bloke than Rasputin. I can understand why he gets one of those little books. Well worth knowing about, and good bloke. Did a lot,
Crammed a lot into his short life.
Yeah, but interesting bloke.
But just on the subject of Che Guevara, Steve called me up in the week because he was going through the duty log. We love the complaints on the BBC duty log, and someone had written in because one of the Blue Peter presenters was wearing a Che Guevara T-shirt, and what did the bloke say?
Yeah, this is a series of people can phone in and write and complain to the BBC about different things.
Why would you complain about wearing something?
Well, this was the thing. Is you complain about the best. I mean, there's been some amazing complaints.
Oh, there's some great ones.
The best one, my favourite one that wasn't a complaint, but was actually just someone had to phone in. Was what an excellent edition of Kilroy this morning.
Yeah, but there's lots of that. There's things like Esther was superb. Woman call one.
Woman called. There was a brilliant one I remember once, which was Robbie Williams was wearing a Nike T-shirt on top of the Pops last night. Product placement on the BBC.
It's just all things like that. Yeah.
But anyway, this was one phone call. There was a presenter on Blue Peter. She was wearing a T-shirt with Che Guevara's face on it.
Right.
And someone had written in and said, or someone had phoned in and said, very worried to see a presenter wearing Che Guevara's face on a T-shirt. Are you trying to turn my children into communist revolutionaries?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine who's thinking that. Who's bothering to phone up with that information, Carl?
Yeah.
Who knows what they're going to say about this show?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been championing the work of Communist Revolution.
Luckily, no one listening to this show can either write or operate a phone. So I think we're pretty safe. So thumbs up for Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Well done to Karl there.
Yeah, no, I thought it was
I did
brilliant.
all right, didn't I?
But the thing
Yeah,
is, you keep saying to us you don't understand why history is interesting, and yet you're clearly interested by that. You remembered that
Karl,
information.
I've got another. I've got a few in the series. Can I give you your next week's homework?
Go on.
There you go.
Oh,
Read it out.
Hitler.
Hitler, the life and times of Hitler.
1889 to 1945.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know much about him?
What was the significance of that last date? Why did he? What was that last date, Karl? Why do you think he died in 1945?
End of the war.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested in. So this will have stuff about Anderson shelters and that.
It might not be covered in the Hitler biography, the Anderson shelter, but
Just check if there's a special Anderson chapter. Anderson shelter chapter.
Well, I'll look forward to this. Be interesting.
Powdered Egg is page 4.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we're going to play a hip hop.
Yeah, it's time for a hip hop hooray. People are absolutely in love with this feature, Rick, as you well know, and I know you're somewhat jealous of it.
Yeah.
This week, I know that Outkast are currently on the playlist, aren't they, with their new single "Whole of the World"? Is that the whole world? Anyway, this is a track from the big compilation Outkast. It's just a sort of compilation of all their greatest hits, and this is a good one. It's called Rosa Parks. Play it, Karl. From their greatest hits album, that's Outkast, and a track called Rosa Parks.
Like it.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Now, we just had a call from someone impressed by Karl, and Karl's very pleased because this guy has actually done a PhD on Che Guevara. So in theory, whatever subject he chose, in theory, he's probably one of the experts in the world on this particular field. Now, hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, what's your name?
My name's David.
David, now where did you do your PhD?
Did it at UCL.
Did it at UCL, mild college. And what was the actual title of the PhD?
It was Che Guevara's influence on class struggle in Europe in the 60s.
And what did you think of Karl's performance?
I thought he did really, really well. The only thing, I'd never heard those last words before.
So Karl actually knows something you don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
Although you presumably not take that as verified information. You probably wouldn't take everything Karl said as gospel. You'd probably look it up yourself, would you?
I probably would have a look, yeah.
Did you know about babies' eyes?
Sorry?
Did you know that babies' eyes don't grow?
I didn't know that.
You see, that's why you shouldn't take things Karl says as gospel. Because it come out with something, vaguely intelligent, and then say, "Did you know about babies' eyes don't grow?"
Any questions that you'd want to test Karl on? Any thoughts? Any things he missed there on the history of Che Guevara?
I think he did really well, and I think he should be congratulated.
Because Karl has problems with understanding why people are interested in history, and even though he's been reading these books, he keeps saying, "Why does anyone care about history? Why is it important?" What would you say to Karl?
I think he should maybe then look at who Che Guevara did influence and why he still influences people today.
Yeah. Well, he knows that he influenced Citizen Smith, and he knows that if McDonald's ever wanted to swap Ronald McDonald for Che Guevara, it would cost him an awful lot of money. So he is trying to apply it to the modern world. He is having a go.
Well, maybe you should think like why Rage Against the Machine have him on their T-shirts.
Good point, Karl. Why do you think of that? Why do you think they have him on the T-shirts, Karl?
I don't know, maybe that was a design of the T-shirt. Maybe they wanted another T-shirt.
Maybe they wanted Ronald McDonald.
But didn't have any in.
Sure.
And they said, we'll have that one there then.
Well, thanks very much. Just before you go, do you think Karl would be an interesting subject for a PhD?
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Okay, well, if you're not...
Well, hopefully one day you'll become a professor and you can maybe set that as some coursework.
I could do, yeah.
Karl Pilkington. Imagine that.
Cheers, Dave.
Having an MA in Karl Pilkington. Thanks very much, Dave.
Okay, bye.
Cheers, bye.
That's good. My teachers never did that.
What, encouraged you in that way?
Never said well done. So,
Really?
Yeah.
But you never showed up.
Yeah, you had to be in the same room,
They were
really.
too busy saying, "Who are you?"
yeah.
No, but Mrs. Matthews, me head teacher.
Oh, let's not lay into Matthews again. She's always getting us.
Not Matty
she
Matthews.
said
Not Grimble Matty Matthews.
I'd never be a high flyer.
If she could see you now. What did she say? You'll never be a high flyer?
She said that to me, mum and dad.
Really?
On a parents' evening. And that was after I'd played the drums in Little Donkey.
She clearly didn't know what she was talking about. Picture soul.
Table 60. Lisa Tarbuck. That's Corner Shop. Lessons learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky. I love that guitar. That's great. It's real glam rock. That's T-Rex and Bowie. I was going to play some from Ziggy Stardust today, but instead I brought in a different album. I want to play a bit of Bowie. Is that all right?
Oh, of course, yeah, always.
Bit of Beatles. Still to come up, by the way. with the education of Karl. Last week he did Che Guevara. He did very well. Yeah. Before that, the week before that, you learned all about Rasputin, didn't you? And this week you've been studying Hitler, haven't you? How does that go? How do you reckon that?
It's a bit tough.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you the full story later, Steve. Do you know much about him?
No.
So, they're all linked. All these stories I've been reading, they've all got a similar sort of thing going through them. They're born, they have a bit of a tough upbringing. Things aren't going well, and they seem to take it out on other people.
Okay.
But I'll tell you more later.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can... I mean, I don't think Hitler and Che Guevara...
It's the same thing. Che Guevara, when he was a kid, had, like, asthma. Right? He wasn't an happy kid. Hitler, he
only had one ball.
Well, I was trying to find about that.
Yeah, seriously, he phoned me up in the week. I said, "How's it going?" He went, "I've skimmed it. I've just skimmed it. I was looking for the testicle thing. Now I don't know if they left that out or it's not true."
Right.
He was trying to look up that Hitler has only got one ball.
I think they only did it to wind him up. Because it's like, you know, you might be taking over the world, but we're all saying you've only got one testicle.
Sure.
And it's
so did you look in the index and it's sort of Hitler, Adolf, family life, early childhood, testicles absence of?
Sort of skimmed through because
one of mother brackets other. Albert Hall.
The only thing I could find was at one point in like when he was trying to run the place, there was a meeting going on. And somebody had put a bag in the meeting room and it blew up.
Yeah,
and I'm wondering whether it was under the table. Yeah, but...
What, you're wondering if it blew a testicle?
It was the testicle was under the table.
No, the bag blew off the ball.
No, the ball sack was probably hanging below the protective top, and so that's where he could have lost.
But why would he have only just lost the one?
Because
the way he was sitting.
Cross-legged or something. Sure. Okay. Well, I mean, again. Last week we had a Che Guevara expert who phoned up. Maybe they could. Maybe there's a Hitler expert this time who could maybe phone up and confirm the testicle theory.
XFM 104.9.
Sorry, I was going to back announce that track and just mention it was Elliott Smith and the track "Son of Sam."
Well, I think I'd just better ask Karl a couple of quick questions about Hitler. Then we can get on with our lives.
Okay, we can tick that particular box.
Yeah, put that. Okay, Karl.
Put that particular dictator to bed.
It's week 3 of his education. You've nailed Rasputin and Che Guevara. I don't want to lose complete sight of those. I'll maybe ask you a couple of those in the week just to so you keep your mind on it. But Hitler,
tell us the story.
What have you learned?
Do you want to ask some questions?
No, not really. Just sum it up in a minute. What do you think?
Can't do it in a minute.
Well, can I ask some questions then? Where was he born?
Austria.
Tell us about his early life.
Right, he was a young lad.
Brilliant.
What in his early life? Okay.
Yeah. What's the name? His mum was his dad's second cousin, which is a bit weird.
Yeah,
that is weird.
They had 5 kids.
He's going, it's usually first cousin where I come from. Oh, that's unfair, isn't it? Jeez. There's no need for that.
There was 5 kids, but only 2 of them, including Hitler, including him and his sister survived. The others died at an early age.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so they grew up, and the mum died and the dad died and that. And he thought, what am I going to do? Because he didn't do well at school, didn't have many qualifications.
No.
Liked art.
Did he have a GCSE in history?
Liked art, right. And then, so he said, right, I'm going to go to Munich. I missed a bit out, actually. Jewish people were in Austria. He didn't really like them.
Okay.
He thought they got, special treatments and stuff and just didn't like them. So he went to Munich and he joined the army.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he was in the army and he got injured.
Right. So
he went to hospital, and whilst he was in hospital, the World War I ended and he was like, oh God, I want to...
I was enjoying that.
Yeah, so... Don't, because you're breaking the concentration.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not even sure I want to join in on this one, just in case.
Okay.
Right, go on.
Right, so
he was in hospital.
He's in hospital. It gets a bit better. He's never that fit, though. He's one of these blokes who was always ill. That was on something like 30 tablets a day or something. Comes out of there, joins some other army. Right. God, I knew it all this morning.
I can see it running to ground. I just see his face going, I'm not nailing the fact, am I? And joined another army, and he was
Listen, let's try and help you. So
Here's a good bit. I remember this bit. He thought that war to men, right, was like childbirth is to women. That's how important he thought he was.
All right.
Right? So it's like, you fight for 9 months, and at the end of it, you own something, right?
Yeah.
So he goes on and all that. He's in Berlin.
Yeah.
And he's fighting his way through, like, trying to take over countries and that. And he does he do Berlin? Does he?
sorry, wait a minute. Is he Chancellor yet?
What year is it? 35. Where are you?
Let's skip the kind of climb to power. Then he's now the dictator of Germany.
Right, he's in charge, yeah. And this is when he gets his own back on the Jewish people and that, and he's got his own little armies, and he's setting fire to Jewish businesses and all this. And anyway, cut a long story short,
Please do.
When he came to like fighting Britain,
Yeah.
came a bit sort of unstuck,
Yeah.
right? Started fighting.
Not so easy, is it, this world domination, Adolf?
Britain was there. France was helping out.
Yeah.
Americans were helping out.
Yeah.
So he thought, oh God. So
a bit late, but yeah, go on.
he goes into a bunker in Berlin,
Yeah.
and it's all kicking off.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, Germany sort of surrenders,
Yeah.
says it's all over, forget it, we can't beat you. He was really annoyed with this, and he thought, oh, I can't show my face around here. So
Because it would be embarrassing.
he's with his missus, who nobody knew was his wife,
Right.
Eva, in this bunker.
Yeah.
And so he said, I've had enough of this. He shoots himself.
Yeah.
She poisons herself, and the chauffeur buries them or something, or burns them.
Right.
And in all the time he was in charge, 50 million people died.
So that's 1918 to 1945.
Yeah.
Between
It felt like that.
Between Travis and the Red Hot Chili Peppers next week. That's fantastic.
That's remarkable. I have to say that you sort of lost your grasp somewhere along the line because you started off confidently, but you lost your
I've had a really busy week, and last night I was like whizzing through it.
Sure.
And then this morning I woke up, and Suzanne had been away for about 3 days, right?
Yeah.
I hardly spoke to her. She's been busy, I've been busy. First thing to say when I wake up, oh, just ask me some stuff on Hitler.
You are romantic. Oh, that's great.
That's how stressful it's getting. But I knew it all this morning, honestly.
No, but that's fine. I think you've summed up you've done that. Right,
captured it in essence.
just for a bit of balance, I've got your next week's homework. It's the same series. There's little books. There's tiny little books, just 3 inches long by 2 inches wide.
Crammed with so much information there.
Winston Churchill. There you go. You'll enjoy that. Yeah?
I'm getting a bit bored now, though. This is what happened in school.
Think of the listeners.
Did really well in infants. Once I got to secondary, lost interest.
Was it the breakup between you and Harris?
And Zoe. I'm wondering if you spiralled into something there.
Yeah, because it's like all these other, these men of history. They always had sort of things happen in their early childhood, didn't they? Maybe yours is the Zoe Harris dress incident.
Well, let's just refer to it as the Zoe incident.
Yeah.
From now on. Yeah.
Winston Churchill, the bit I left out in the Hitler story, Hitler was scared of this man.
Yeah.
And I can tell you something else about Winston Churchill.
Go on.
He said he can remember being in the womb. And he was born in a public toilet.
Play a record. He texted me yesterday about Hitler. He went, stop making me read this heavy shit. He said, I've seen in the back of this book, there's one on Elvis.
No, I mean, it is interesting, but not when you have to read it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. But do you think you'd have read it in your leisure time?
To be honest?
No, you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't. No.
So do you want a week off? Do you not want to learn about Winston Churchill? Why don't you read it if you want to, and just if you get interested, then read on. I think
because that's what I did with school, and it didn't work.
No, you decided you didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
but hasn't that taught you something?
Can't we just do it like a TV series? It doesn't go on forever. We've done 3 weeks. Give it a rest now for the summer.
Yeah, because most series last for 3 weeks.
Well,
Yeah. I'll be testing Karl on the new re-education of Karl, as you know. He got a GCSE
It's the last one, isn't it?
In history, it was the last heavy sort of one, yeah.
No.
So Winston Churchill. Well, yeah, because we're going on to more sort of metaphorical and metaphysical sort of pursuits, aren't we?
Not that book.
Yeah, that's the Aesop's
I can't read
Fables.
that in a week.
You don't have to read it.
Right,
Just choose the ones about the foxes eating penguins. You'll like that. It's time for the re-education of Karl Pilkington. This week, Karl was studying the life and times of Winston Churchill. What did you make of it, Karl? What did Churchill do for
Right.
you?
Last week I made a bit of an error with Hitler.
Yeah, you
I tried to remember too much, and it was way too much for me.
Sure.
So what I've done this week, sort of flicked through, got a few of them basic facts.
Yeah.
And what I've learned, right? Bit weird the way all these people have something in common, that they're all a bit weird when they're younger.
Okay.
They've got some sort of illness.
Go on.
Well, Rasputin, he wasn't well as a kid.
Yeah.
Che Guevara.
Oh, this is Rasputin, the mad monk, wasn't well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Che Guevara.
Yeah.
Asthma, really bad asthma.
Yeah.
Hitler, he was
Only one ball.
bit mental.
Yeah.
His mother.
He was a bit mental. That could be libelous.
Yeah.
And who have we done? And Churchill.
Yeah.
Very weak child.
Was he?
He only spoke to his dad 4 times in his whole lifetime.
Really?
Yeah, didn't get on with his dad.
Right.
And I think one of the times when his dad spoke to him, he was having a go, saying he didn't do as well in the army as he wanted him to.
Right.
So that's pretty sad bit I picked up of it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So that spurred him on anyway.
yeah. I'm not going in all the ins and outs. Very important bloke.
Okay.
No, seriously. I mean, your dad bought the tapes, didn't he?
Yes.
And I can understand why. Because he did change a lot for us. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be sat here now talking like this.
Why?
We could have been German.
Yep.
He didn't let that happen.
No.
Everyone had a go at him, right? When I think it was Chamberlain who was in power, and he was like saying, "Don't be trusting that Hitler," and everyone was like, "Look, stop causing trouble." Chamberlain sorted it out, he sorted out a peace agreement, and he was like, "No, I don't trust him." And everyone's like, "Oh, you're just causing trouble." Everyone else is happy. Then it turned out that Hitler did actually do the dirty, and try and come over.
I remember didn't he? Do something. He started a war. Or
There was a conflict of some kind.
Started a problem, and everyone went, "Hang on a minute, that Churchill knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Get him back in charge."
Sure.
And they got him in, and Hitler was scared of him because he knew that he wasn't going to be having any lies or anything. He couldn't try it on with Churchill.
Yeah, especially when he was a little bit pissed up and coked and with a big cigar. Churchill.
He wasn't doing that.
I think a lot were during the war, in the war cabinet. I think they had to have things to keep him awake all night and stuff. And he certainly liked a brandy.
Rick, Winston Churchill was coked up, was he? I mean, sorry, this is something I wasn't aware of.
If there are any historians listening, if I'm wrong, I'm
Was that
very
in the
sorry.
World at War?
No, I don't
Winston
think
Churchill
so.
was
Any historians or experts on war did Churchill and not some of the other people during I think the First and Second World War take a little bit of cocaine?
So when he said that,
Doctors certainly used to.
Hitler liked cakes. Would they be like the funny sort of cakes?
No, he probably did like a little bit of Madeira cake.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably nothing like that. Sorry, carry on.
So anyway,
He beat the Bosch.
yeah, did all that.
Oh, that's steady on. His personal life's nothing to do with it.
And the most amazing bit is, right, he wasn't fit, and he had a couple of
Well,
strokes.
he's a good-looking bloke in many ways.
Well, he had a couple of strokes, but he had a stroke on, say...
We've had that. He beat the Bosch. He liked to have a couple of strokes.
Yeah.
Let's not get into innuendo, Carl. It's stupid.
Right, say he had like a stroke on a Tuesday. He was up and fighting again on a Wednesday.
Really?
He was a strong bloke.
Yeah.
And then he died at about the age of 86 or something.
He's a good lad, wasn't he?
He was really good.
Yeah.
Is he the one you favour most of all?
I'd
the ones
say out of all... I mean, Rasputin, I don't understand why he got... Like I said, I don't know why they made a book on him.
No.
He just didn't deserve it.
No.
Che Guevara, he had his time, I suppose, and did a bit good for certain people.
Sure.
Sorted Cuba out.
Yeah.
Doesn't really affect me.
No.
Hitler, I mean, enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad bloke. Churchill sorted it all out.
Yeah.
And like I
so
say,
your favourite out of the four of them, the of those four, is Churchill.
Yeah, I think it's
Brilliant. I agree. I agree with you. I think
what I love with your kind of sort of summary of these people's incredible lives is the way that it's almost like I remember in Lookin' magazine. I don't remember Lookin'. It was the Junior TV Times. They used to have half a page, which was a comic strip, summarising someone's life. You might have, say, 5 Star, the story of 5 Star.
Yeah, Johnny Mango called in again. He's become our sort of official researcher on this show. There is evidence that Queen Victoria in Balmoral, with a young house guest, Winston Churchill, used to consume cocaine-filled lozenges. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Also, MDMA was a precursor of sort of ecstasy, a derivative, and that was big in the day, giving soldiers, a little pick-me-up. So it's not so mad, is it?
It sort of makes sense because he was into his speeches and that, and they say that coke gives you sort of, the balls to stand up and say like...
Not that that's a good thing. And
no, it's not.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Right? But it makes you confident, doesn't it? So you can stand up and say, we're going to fight them on the beaches.
Yeah.
And all that. And sound like you mean it.
It's exactly, yeah. When he was sort of like, a little bit pissed up with his cigar on, coked off his tits, he wanted to fight. He didn't care where it was. He'd fight on a beach. He didn't care. He didn't care if he got sand in his new trainers.
Exactly. He was boozed up.
Yeah. You want to fight. Yeah. That's why he was coming hard.
He was very much, you got to think of him as the Liam Gallagher of his day.
Yeah. Oh dear. Do you know what a fable is? I tried to explain briefly. Do you know what a fable is?
I've got a rough idea.
Okay, it's a thing that uses sort of metaphor, analogy, just to explain sort of morals. I mean, they're very very old for a start, and it's all I'll give you an example of one. A quick one. Oh, the one about the dog with 2 bones. He goes to a dog's got a bone. He sees its reflection in the lake, and he thinks, "Oh, that dog's got a nice bone. I'll have that." And as he goes to get that one in the reflection, he drops the one he's got, and that's one about
I think I was told one when I was younger.
Go on.
I think it was one. This young lad, he's got a dog, right, and he's about 8 years old, and this dog, he's had it since he was about 4. And it's a bit tired now, and he chucks sticks for it, and it doesn't go for it. And he's saying to his mum, "Oh, I want a new dog because this one's useless. It doesn't do it doesn't have any fun with me." So they say, "Oh no, but Rover's a good little dog. You should look after it." And he's like, "Oh, I don't like it. I want a new one." So they buy him a new puppy, and it's running around, yapping about, and he's loving it, and he's playing around with it in the grass. And then one day he goes to the park and he's messing about and rolling about with it, and he falls into the lake. Right, and the little puppy's like yapping at him, and he's going, help me, the little dog's yapping. And then the old dog comes and gets his collar, and it pulls him out of the lake, and he goes, "Oh God, why did I forget about you? You're the better dog." And he loved that one again rather than the puppy.
I got a feeling that was Lassie.
Well, yeah, that was an episode of Lassie. What's the moral? What's the moral there, Carl? What's that telling? What's that explaining through analogy?
Sort of, don't forget the old.
Look after old people. I remember there was one I heard once about a young boy who got trapped in a lake inside a cage.
But he loved his trainers so much.
He wasn't going to get them wet.
But
even though he had to get out there,
and even though he thought that was the important thing because it's material value, he actually drowned, and the trainers were no good to him then.
Star Sailor.
Now listen, I'll give this one. This is an easy one. Now just think just what it means. They're not that hidden. They're not that cryptic. Just think what this means, okay? Okay. When the Hares addressed a public meeting and claimed that all should have fair shares, the Lions answered, "A good speech, hairy feet, but it lacks claws and teeth such as we have."
How would you use that?
No. What do you think that means? This is translated from the, I don't know, Greek or something. I don't know. It was Aesop. Where's he from?
Greek.
Yeah. So shall I do it in my own language? Okay. So what would happen if there's hares and they have a meeting in the jungle with like loads of lions and go, "Hey, hold on, wait a minute. I think we should all be equal and share everything. All right?" And the lions go, "Well, yeah, it's easy for you to say. We've got claws and teeth."
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's saying like, of course the hares want that because it's better for them. The lions get nothing out of it because they're already king of the jungle.
That's right. So it's negotiating from weakness. Anyone can negotiate from strength, but negotiating from weakness is it'd be lovely. It's a lovely utopian look at the animal kingdom.
But the way you said it is better than the way they worded it.
Well, that's because Ricky's very much the modern Aesop. I mean, many people have thought that. That's why he's getting a lot of awards with the TV show. For him, that's a fake.
So look, I'll take that home and read ones you like and tell me about the ones you like, ones that click. I don't care if you only come in with like one or two. Go, I'll tell you what, Rick, that's there's one thing that I've learned from that. Because sometimes you can know all these phrases and until something happens, you don't think, everyone's heard, I don't know, to err is human, to forgive divine. And then something, might happen. Do you go, oh, that's what that means. That's amazing. Well, you were studying Aesop's fables, weren't you, this week? Now, I'm going to be very liberal here and let you talk about it. It's not a test. I'm not, hey man, just like chill out. I'm not this like rigid sort of, box in society. Just tell us your views. Just tell us your vibe on Aesop. Tell us something. What have you learned from these fables?
He made a bit of money out of something that's quite simple.
I don't know if he did make any money out of it. I mean, I think it was published like thousands of years after his death, but go on.
Yeah, they're just little stories. I mean, enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Didn't learn anything from them.
Okay. Or did you see? Because it's teaching through sort of like metaphor and analogy, and maybe it all seeps in and it's all subliminal, and maybe in a way your subconscious is teaching you.
No, it's silly, Ricky. It's silly.
If the stories were done in like a real way, that there's like a man and a woman, and it's a little story that something happened to them in life, then you learn something. But it's all about, a gorilla and a fox are walking through the woods. How often does that happen?
Sure. So you're saying if it was more like
if it was more true to life,
if it was more like,
maybe
if it was
maybe
more like real
Yeah.
stories, like a kid on his grifter and a magpie pecking at his head, or two frog boys with webbed hands. I mean, if it was real stories from real life
that people could believe, actually happened,
maybe it would teach us something.
But why not do that? Like take a real situation, say like the So Solid Crew guy,
yes,
going down for carrying a gun. Use that in some way. Do you know what I mean?
As a warning, maybe about carrying guns.
What about something like if you carry guns and that is illegal, you could have some sort of punishment?
Yeah, that's
good.
So
good.
it doesn't bother you then that the fact that these fables have been used for many, many generations to educate maybe young children or even older people, the fact that they've served a brilliant function and they've become classics, that doesn't bother you? You've seen through them?
Well, they don't always work.
Okay.
When I was out with Rick the other day, he brought one up.
I told him the one about the two mice, the industrious mouse, who throughout the summer he would be storing berries, nuts and berries, and he'd be storing it, and the other mice would just be eating off the trees and running around and having a laugh. And they go, "Well, you're going to become hungry." And we go, "Oh, I'll worry about that when it comes to it." And they'd do that, and he'd be storing his nuts and berries, and autumn came, and the mouse was still playing and not doing anything. And then winter came, and the silly mouse was like shivering, and he went and knocked on the mouse's door and went, "I'm freezing and I'm starving." And the clever mouse said, "Well, I told you, didn't I? You should have been storing your nuts through winter like I did. Come in and share mine." And what did you say, Carl?
Well, and the moral of that is whatever.
Just be careful. But my thing is that it's not very good, because the moral of that is do what you want, and there's always a do-gooder, a share there.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the way I think, which is more sort of 2002, the ending should have been, the guy with all the berries should have been going, "Oh, I'll be all right come the winter. I've got loads of food. I'll be safe." But then as he's going into his little hut at the beginning of the winter, some sort of bus or something comes and kills him.
Right.
And it's like,
you should have partied hard because you might die.
Yeah. Enjoy life whilst you've got it.
Yeah. Okay. And if winter comes, just starve to death.
Well, worry about tomorrow.
Okay.
That's
See, I'm wondering if there's a new book here. I really am wondering if there's a Karl's Fables.
He's been coming out with some all week. He keeps going, "Well, that's a fable, isn't it?"
Yeah.
So what's your favourite fable in there? Have you learned anything from this book? Is there one fable you liked?
Yeah, I mean,
What did you like?
They're all right.
What did you like?
You've thrown it on me now there.
Didn't you like one about a crab, you said?
No, that was the one about messing about on a cliff edge or something. Don't mess about on a cliff edge. Well,
What was that?
I don't know. There's not many around here, so I didn't take much interest in that one. You know what I mean?
God.
Um,
I'm doing my best here. I'm
You don't
dying.
remember
yeah,
any?
here's one.
Go on.
Here's one that was quite nice. There was a belly, like your stomach.
Yeah.
And it's this belly on a pair of legs. And the legs was saying, I'm more important than you because I carry you around. And the belly said, yeah, but, if it weren't for me holding all this food, you wouldn't have the energy to walk around.
Yeah.
And that means, like, rather than working on your own, it's best to work in a team.
Yeah.
So,
well, the one similar to that I was taught when I was little was a vision of heaven and hell, and it went down to hell, and in hell, right, there was these people had like 20-foot long chopsticks.
yeah.
And they were getting their food, and they couldn't get the chopsticks into the food and get it round to their mouth because they were just too long.
Right.
That was how. And in heaven, they had exactly the same thing, but they were feeding each other.
What? Right.
You don't like Chinese food? Is that what you're thinking? Is that what your concern is, Carl?
No, I'm just...
Well, see, the one I remember, I can't remember the ending of it. It's about two nuns in a bath.
Yeah, I know.
I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Or are they on a bike?
That's two adventures. It's the same nuns, but they go to all sorts of adventures. They're
normally quite erotic adventures.
Well, they are, but there's one when they're driving down a cobbled street, I remember.
Go on.
And then there's the other... Then, of course, Whalebones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant, and Carl. Well, Carl, I really don't think you got your teeth into the fables, really. I don't think you...
There wasn't anything to learn. I read a couple, thought, yeah, that's all right, and put it down again. There wasn't anything to learn. It was all stuff I knew already, but made up with nice little foxes and bears and stuff. So...
Yeah. But that one about, like, that one we spoke about, like, when the hares are going, we should share all our food, and the lion said, that's a good argument, but it hasn't got the teeth and claws that we've got. That's lovely, because it's sort of like, that's an indictment on sort of, you could say it's an anti-equality almost, you could get really sort of deep into that. You know what I mean? You could, no?
Big philosophical ideas in a nutshell, not interesting?
No, not really.
Okay, then, well, you're going to hate this then. I've brought in the concise Oxford Dictionary of Quotations. Now, just look at some of your favourites. I'd suggest going straight to things like Wilde or Newton or Churchill or
You're a big fan of Churchill?
Yeah, he's the boy. Yeah, okay, let's go through that old Kramer. Newton, right. Right, here's a famous one, okay? This is Isaac Newton. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants.
Do you like that one?
So there's a meaning in it?
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't actually stood on the shoulders of giants.
So remember, he's an amazing inventor and mathematician, and he discovered the incredible laws of the universe. And he's saying,
if you want a good view, move into a multi-story.
He's saying, if I have seen further than the people, and he's being modest here, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants to get that view.
If it weren't for all the people that have come before him with their great insight and knowledge, he wouldn't have seen what he's seen.
He's taken his learning, isn't it? Those people have given him
just say that. Instead of making up. That's what I've got a problem with. People don't say what they mean.
Poetry, art, and...
In life, though, people never say what they actually mean. And, there's loads of books on it. I don't know. But
the point is that he's just summarised quite a tricky idea beautifully.
It's beautiful. That gets into you much deeper than just the words, just the literal words. You know what I mean?
One of my favourites is from an American novelist, and the quote is talking about the subject of fame and being famous. Yeah. Fame is a mask that eats into the face. Don't you think that's amazing?
Meaning?
Well, meaning that fame is something that is artificial, that you wear initially, you become famous, but it's ethereal, it's nothing, it's intangible, it's just an artifice. But if you stay famous long enough, you begin to think that mask you're wearing is really your real face, so that you begin to, think that you are more than you perhaps are. Do you see what I mean? In the way that fame and power can corrupt.
Oh, who said that?
It's an American novelist, I forget his name.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, there's something in that.
Yeah.
Pick another one, right?
Yeah, let's have a look. Bernard Shaw, he's no slouch.
I think maybe when you take this book of quotations home, Carl, you should maybe just draw up maybe a list of 3 or 4 of your favourites and tell them next week.
I want to do Shaw, Wilde. I look at Shakespeare as well. He's.
Are you a fan of Shakespeare?
No.
Go on. What's your problem with it?
Just the way they speak. I can't follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like West Side Story?
It's really old as well. I can't relate to it. It's like years and years ago, isn't it? That's why I like Churchill. Because
1940s.
Yeah. Not
Look at this. This is Shaw, okay? There are two tragedies in life. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it.
Again, how would you see that in your little...
Well, that's one homework then. I'll mark that. That's your homework. You've got to work that out. You've got to tell me what you think of it.
Say again?
Don't ask Suzanne. It's there. All right. There are two tragedies in life. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it. Okay? Take that home with you. And we'll be hearing Karl come up with some amazing quotations next week.
Yeah, pick out your favourites.
Well, just read that book anyway. Can I just say it? This is one of a beautiful. It's Keats, right? What do you think of this? A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness.
See, this is just like how it was at school now. The last couple of weeks have been quite interested in what you've been giving me. Now it's really like,
okay,
I really don't care.
Now what about this? Now I did philosophy, and philosophy is obviously the quest for knowledge. And this, look. Listen to this though. This is what Keats came out with. Philosophy will clip an angel's wings. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Don't be constrained by what's, dream a little. You know what I mean? Just go beyond. I don't agree with it, but it's a lovely bit of poetry.
Yes.
Yeah? So you're going to read that for me, are you, Karl? Yeah?
Just pick out 5 of your favourites.
Yeah.
The ones that mean something to you.
And then next week I'll bring you in pictures of animals.
Brilliant.
Okay?
We'll do it.
Okay, and some sweets. Black Rebel Mark's out of whatever happened to my rock and roll. Well, near the end of the show, it's time for the re-education of Karl revisited. Mm-hmm. Still got Nick Cave to come, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Now, Karl, you read a quote book. What did you learn from it? What? Tell us some pearls of wisdom. Just keep it down to 1 or 2, your favourite things and why you like them.
Right, well, you said just pick a couple.
Yeah.
Right? So I wrote a couple down last night. And what I did, so they weren't boring, right? I've sort of...
Don't think you can ever be boring,
No,
but go on.
but what I've done, I've took like different ones. So I've took a good one that I think, that's a good quote. That was worth putting in a book. I've put one that isn't really a quote, so I don't understand it.
Oh, yeah.
One that isn't clever. and a funny one. So a bit of variation all out of one book.
Oh, how long did this take you? What did you do? Did you sort of like sit?
About half an hour last night.
And did you sit sort of like quietly at a desk or something?
No, just in the lounge with the telly turned down.
Oh, right.
Just to give a bit of light to the room. Just had it on, but turned down.
Have you figured out lights yet?
So the first one, never heard of him. This guy called Dean Axon.
Right.
And this is a good one. He said, the memo is written not to inform the reader, but to protect the writer.
That's good, yeah.
Stuff, that's very good.
That's
It relates a lot to, office life and so on.
Yeah, modern world and that. Mm-hmm. Right, so then, thought, so I wrote that down because I liked it, and that's what he said to do. Second one isn't really a quote, it's more of a poem.
Okay.
So how does that work?
Well, that's okay.
Just read it.
Right, well, it's about suicide.
Okay.
Right? Razors pain you, rivers are damp, acid stain you, drugs cause cramp. Guns aren't lawful, nooses give, gas smells awful, so you might as well live.
Lovely.
That's from Dorothy Parker.
I'll tell you what.
It is, yeah.
I hate it. I hate that.
Why?
It's nothing to me, that.
I think
it's just a weak, shallow piece of mock comedy.
This is why I did it in that order, because that's what I thought.
It's like a zany vicar would write from living in Frome when he's about 55 and get it published in I hate it.
All right, so you're saying you're not a fan of Dorothy Parker's work, right?
Yeah.
Now the next one, Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
Right, he's known, isn't he?
Yes.
Look what he comes up with. All art is quite useless.
Well, what's up with that?
Well, it isn't added art.
No, I know, but go on next.
But how has art helped you? How has it been useful to you?
It was a bit of it's one of the only things I like doing at school.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? When I made that little clay man, fixing a car.
Yeah.
You made a clay man fixing a car. I'd forgotten about that.
How can he... I think that's stupid. And especially that it's gone in a book.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's easy to diss things.
Yeah, it's harder to do things out. You're right.
I don't think art is useless, by the way. But then you don't have to agree or disagree with some of these things. Some of them are, so that sometimes it's just their thoughts put eloquently or poetically, isn't it? And it's just,
just to provoke a reaction as much as anything.
Yeah.
Well, and the good one, Ozzy Osbourne.
I mean, sorry, but just go back there. The irony is that is art. That he was an artist, wasn't he? So,
but so you don't like Oscar Wilde, but you prefer Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, go on.
Ozzy Osbourne, cracking one. This funny and educational. I bit a head off a bat the other night. It was like eating a crunchy wrapped in a chamois leather.
Genius.
You're right, Carl.
Yeah.
So
what do you like about that? The way he's described what it is like.
I think, if someone, you can imagine what it's like, because I like crunchies.
Yeah.
And,
it's like
and that chamois leather is really chewy, so you can imagine that's like the skin.
So you like his descriptive writing.
The crunchy bit is like the bones and that.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But Carl, it's interesting because you've analysed Ozzy there, and in a way, that is the first step on maybe doing a new English GCSE.
Yeah,
being able to study
you said why you liked it. You said because it describes what you've never eaten about yourself.
Yeah, but my teacher, Mrs. Kane, if I would have come into school with, a quote by Ozzy Osbourne, she wouldn't have been happy.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? And that's the difference between.
She'd go, right, Carl, get your horse and go home.
Well, listen though, we were talking about other quotes.
Yeah.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
Do you know his one?
Yeah.
What one? Giant leap for mankind.
Do you know it wasn't meant to be that? It says it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, right?
Yep.
It was meant to be, this is one small step for a man,
right?
i.e. me, the individual, on a microcosmic level, one giant leap for mankind. And he mucked it up, because if you say this is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, man there means mankind.
I know, it's embarrassing.
So you shouldn't give people, he's not a trained actor.
That's true.
He's more of an astronaut, to be honest.
Has he won any awards, Rick?
No, there are no awards. Is he BAFTA nominated? Don't think so.
But listen, right, he said another quote as he got back into the rocket. Have you heard about it?
Go on.
We're running out of time, and I'm just wondering whether it's worth saving as a bit of a teaser for next week.
What did Neil Armstrong say as he got back into the rocket?
Yeah.
Is it going to be something like, that was boring, wasn't it? The mic's not still on, is it?
Yeah.
They're not still listening.
Well, that's what I was saying to you. He could have said that, and it would have still gone down.
Cheese.
It would have still gone down as an amazing quote, wouldn't it?
Well, listen, I think you should save it, Carl.
So I was meant to go first.
No, I'll tell you what we'll do, Carl. We'll squeeze it in before the end of the show, because, Ricky, you got to play your song for the lovers.
Oh,
we should play this.
I don't think we'll fit it in. We might have to save it.
Don't worry. We'll see what we can do.
Well, next week, by the way, you've got happiness quotations, a collection of thoughtful words and beautiful paintings. I'll just give you an example of one. Happiness is a perfume you cannot pour on others without getting a few drops on yourself. Lovely that, isn't it?
Brilliant.
You can't be happy with that. This is Nick Cave and the Bad Seed from the Boatman's Call. It's a beautiful song. Any song that starts off, I don't believe in an interventionist God is all right by me. And this is Into My Arms. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Into My Arms. Well, that's it. We've run out of time.
We have indeed.
So no time for Carl's quote. That'll have to come next week.
Yeah, we'll save that for next time.
Armstrong. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.
All right, Rick. Come on, I'm sounding a bit chirpier. It's not that depressing.
Well, yeah.
Sports next. You know how excited you are?
Go on.
You love the sport, don't you?
Spread your love on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Mitchell. And now it's Carl's bit. It's the re-education of Carl. He's like Liza Doolittle. And now he's coming to, or Lawnmower Man, if you've seen that film. More like Lawnmower Man, if you've seen the film. You'll know what I mean. And his homework was to just study quotes, really, on happiness and stuff and general well-being. He's not a big happiness quote fan, are you, Carl?
Not really.
So what have you done? You've come up with something, haven't you?
Right, yeah, I told you, right? Because a lot of these are just things you say every day. They're nothing special. So what I'm doing...
Well, you say them every day.
Well, the sort of things you come out with and you don't even think about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're on the TV all the time. People on the radio are saying these sort of little quotes.
Sure.
And what I've done is, remember that programme on Channel 4, Faking It?
Yeah.
Where they got some, like, posh kid to be on a door and all that. What I've done, I've...
Imagine if that was the pitch for the show. Dear Channel 4. Just going to get a posh kid on a door or something?
Yeah.
Yours sincerely, Carl.
Come in. Yeah.
TV producer.
Yeah, go on.
So what I've done, this little book of quotes, happiness quotes, I've picked two that are real.
Okay.
And I've made one up. Right?
And we've got to guess.
And you've got to guess.
Okay, then. Go on.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick, why don't we, when we've heard them, We won't confer.
No.
You'll write down yours,
Yeah.
A, B, or C, and I'll
Yeah.
write down mine, and we'll
Sure.
see how it
Okay,
works.
Carl, off you go.
Right, and just because I'm looking at this book, it doesn't mean I'm actually reading.
No, I know.
Don't worry, we're clever.
No, we know. We can't see yet.
Can I call my bluff?
Yeah, go on
Okay.
then.
Nothing is worth more than this day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
The way I see it.
Oh God, my head's gonna burst.
No, hang on.
My head's gonna burst.
No,
Hang
no,
on.
this might not be Carl's.
It might not be.
How do you know I haven't tweaked them a little bit?
Yeah, good
Okay,
point.
fair
Good
enough.
point. No, good point.
The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
Yeah, okay.
All right?
All right, yeah.
Okay, hang on. It's not here.
Come on.
Cat food.
Cat food, come on.
It stinks a bit. But if you don't put up with the smell, the little kitten will die.
Steve, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Imagine this in faking it. Imagine their faces when he says that, and they're going, "Oh my God." Oh. Carl, play a song, mate.
We'll have to confer on this one.
Bye, Blair. Well, that's just amazing, Carl. Just read them again. Two were real, one was fake. Go on then.
Right. First one. Nothing is worth more than this day.
Excellent. Next one.
What does that mean?
Well, cherish now, cherish your time.
Okay.
Because you can't get it back, and
Yeah, that's the way I saw it.
Carpe diem, whatever it is, seize the day and all that.
Okay. If you want the rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, rough with the smooth. It's not all plain sailing, but rainbow's beautiful, but it comes because of the rain, which you might not like. So
Yeah.
make the most of everything, and good.
Cat food doesn't smell good, but if you don't put up with it, then the little kitten will die.
Right, now, Carl, that is a good effort. Now, that one's yours. I mean, obviously, right? Right, no, but it's a good effort, right?
I mean, it slipped seamlessly into the others.
Yeah.
I don't think it didn't.
No, but it's good. I mean, we knew it was that one. But what I will say is, it's good, but what you don't know, maybe subconsciously, is, I mean, it's very similar to the putting up with the rain and the rainbow. But that's good.
Why do you think that?
Well,
What does mine mean?
Well, even though it smells bad, it's good for something.
Right, see, I didn't look at it like that.
What did you look at?
I kind of thought...
Was yours more specifically about cat food, generally? Because normally it's an analogy.
Yeah, or a metaphor for something, much bigger.
Well, no, the way
I mean, Dolly Parton, who I think did the rainbow rain thing, she wasn't specifically concerned about weather conditions.
No.
It was a sort of general idea.
It's all about life.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've done.
Go on.
Okay. I've used an everyday thing
Yeah.
and put it with today's problems, right?
Go on.
So, my girlfriend, she might like to go shopping for clothes. I hate it,
Right.
but because I love her, I put up with it.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you love that little kitten. You can't stand the smell of the stuff you got to feed it. But because you love it, you go, well, I'll pull with this just for a few minutes and then I can squeeze its head later and give it a little...
Sorry. Can we go back?
Stroke its head and stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a bit of a slip, was it?
Squeeze its little head.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the thing that I do with cats.
Put it in a bag and drown it in a lake.
I can feed it and then I can throw it against the wall.
Exactly.
So you didn't see it like that, did you?
No, that's very good. So it's about love, is it? It's about putting up with the bad things for something you love.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
But Carl, you seem now to be convinced and rather smug that you've tricked us and that you've fooled us and that we didn't understand it. Well, I say that's your fault, not ours.
No, it's not, though. I mean, look, that man in Forrest Gump, he was a bit of a nutter. And he came up with the life as a box of chocolates thing.
Yeah.
Now, if that was in this book, you say, oh, yeah, brilliant, good bit of work. But if he was sat here doing the show with you, you'd be taking the mickey out of him.
Sometimes I feel he is.
No, but Carl, I could. In fact, if people are out there, we're too lazy. Could you write down everything Carl's ever said? Because I think we could publish that.
Yeah.
He said one today. He saw my salamander. It's not a euphemism. He saw my salamander, and it's just sitting there in the tank.
Your exotic pet.
Yeah, and he's worried about there not being a lid on. And he said, I went, what are we worried about? He said, wow. He said it sits there for 24 hours a day, obviously planning to get out.
Well, he's got nothing else on its mind, and the daft thing is, he has actually got the lid ripped up a little bit. Like, he's got nothing else to think about. And he'll be looking up there, and it's going to get out.
But what's the worst that could happen?
What's it thinking? What do you think it's thinking, this salamander?
It's got its eye on the DVD player. I could have eaten me down the market.
Well...
Oh, God.
Are they dangerous?
Can I just say something?
Are they dangerous?
I think the salamander's thinking exactly the same things as you. I mean, to look at you, you've got the same expression on your face. You know what I mean? You're dressed in green as well. You've got a little round sort of Hamburglar type head, like the salamander. Very similar. And yet I think you bonded with it, didn't you?
Yeah, but I probably would have tried to get out, but my little paper round bag would just hang on the floor.
Yeah. Well, here we are again, XFM on a Saturday, just gone 1 o'clock, Steve, if I'm very much mistaken. But we're not here as such. We're away again, gallivanting around. We've got to do the special sort of best of again.
Okay.
Which we did a few weeks ago. So this is the best of the last 3 weeks. Which I think is the best 3 weeks we've ever had. But I'd like it condensed into 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. Some great music as well in there.
Yeah, there'll be some great music, interspersed with fine chat that you've already heard.
Yeah.
Except this bit. This bit's new. We've actually, out of the kindness of our heart, we've come in last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've done a few clips just because we felt a bit guilty about shooting off.
Yeah. I mean, even now, having heard this link, I'm beginning to wonder if it was worth our time.
Yeah. Well, should we play a classic link?
Let's play, what, from the last 3 weeks?
After this is Feeder.
All right, so here's the first bit.
Carl, you're making noises while I'm talking.
Yeah, but you do this all the time trying to wind me up. And I'm not saying Manchester's the best place in the world, but what I'm saying is there's bits of it that I really miss.
Yeah.
Like last Sunday, right? When I'd met up with Ricky, we had spaghetti bolognese, which was all right. And then I said to him, I need some soil.
Damn, I wish you'd invited me. It sounds amazing.
So I need some soil. What do you think?
You need some what? Soil?
Soil, yeah.
I need to repot a plant, right?
Yeah.
So
you need to repot a plant?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, where you can't see these shops in London. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing around.
I took him straight to one in my street.
Yeah, but near your street, and that's probably the only one in London.
Well, you say that, Carl.
No, it does annoy me. Round my way, it's like, you know...
You can't move for soil shops.
There's earth. You can just pick up handfuls walking down the street.
Yeah, incredible. People just lean over into someone's front garden. No, you can take the plants as well.
No, what I'm saying is, Manchester, there's loads of decent hardware shops.
Yeah.
Here, if you want a panini and a latte or whatever, you can't move from. But for soil, I had to go virtually how many miles away from me to carry that soil home and stuff. Yeah. It's not good. I mean, London's all right, but if cities were sort of...
It's neglecting the peat market, really,
well, there's barely any mulch available in central London.
I'm sick and tired of not getting a good, decent compost of a Sunday.
Indeed.
So, I'm thinking of moving to the north, where there is loads of soil and gravel.
Indeed.
And animal shite.
Whatever.
Yeah. So you were going to say, if you were marking cities out of 10, what would you give London?
Well, if you were marking them on, on what they have.
Right. As opposed to what?
Well, as opposed to...
How do you spell it?
So, I think the greatest city in the world is Rome. Right? Okay. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Have you been?
What? Yeah. Why do you think that, though?
Just because, you turn a corner and there's something there that's really old. Right. You're going down a normal street.
go and stay in a Derby and Joan club.
Yeah. No, but it's like you're going down the road and then you turn a corner and like the Colosseum's in the middle of a busy road. It's like, what's that doing there?
Yeah.
And just when you think there's no more, you turn another corner.
It's almost as if that was there first.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. But do you know what I mean? London.
Yeah.
What have we got? Trafalgar Square is world known. And you go there, what's there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of space there. Get one big B&Q,
In Trafalgar Square.
To cater for the whole of people who live sort of central Londonish.
Yeah.
And then I'd be happy, but what I'm saying
with
is...
Nelson just popping up through the middle? Because you can still see it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
So B&Q could be like the whole sort of flat thing and make it sort of grey so it looked like rock, and then Nelson popping
Make it
up...
classy is what you're saying.
Yeah. Stone clad it.
Yeah.
So it looks like you've made an effort.
Exactly.
And then you can pop in, and then you can go out and go, oh look, Nelson's column. Oh look at that, isn't Nelson? Oh look at that, the victory, defeat, that's fantastic, one of the greatest living.
Yeah.
I need some nails.
Yeah. Perfect. Killing two birds with one stone, you say?
But why isn't there more than them shops? Because when I went into yours, every time I've been in there twice now. The first time was to get a shower head, right?
Right.
And I went in there, couldn't resist buying something else. I ended up getting some super glue as well.
Blimey. Hey, big spender.
And then last Sunday we went in there, got 2 bags of soil, not one, I bought 2, and I bought some scissors to cut plants with.
Secateurs.
Well, you never know when you want, you might need more soil, I suppose.
Well, I've got
You've stocked out now. Where'd you keep it under your bed?
Sorry, this isn't going out, is it, this conversation? It's not going out on air.
I got a feeling it might be.
You're joking. We better play a record.
Okay.
Play a classic.
It's a long time since we've had any white van, Carl. For those that don't remember this particular hot feature, we basically ask Carl some of the questions that are asked of a white van driver in the Sun. They always have this on Saturday afternoons. Anyway, here's the first one. They're not fascinating, Carl, but I'm just interested on your take, really.
Yeah.
What do you make of Cilla Black quitting Blind Date after her husband sent a message from beyond the grave? Are you familiar with this story?
I didn't know that. What's that?
She went to see a medium, and supposedly her husband passed on information through the medium, which was incredibly vague, but persuaded her to quit live on air.
Well, it's about time, isn't it? If even dead people are saying, enough's enough. But I'll tell you what, though, talking about ghosts and that, do you know how I'm into them?
Yeah.
Right? How weird do you think this is, right?
Well, it's not true. Before you say it, play a record.
No, go on.
Go on.
Right, it's this woman. I don't even know if it's ghost, really. It's just a bit weird.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
There's this woman, and she's not a woman, she's a kid.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
She's walking down like a street in her area. It's a nice day and everything. Everything's normal. She's walking down, and a woman comes up, cycling past, right? The woman on the bike looks at the kid, absolutely terrified, right? Got a really scary face on her.
Yeah.
The kid's thinking, why is she doing that?
Yeah.
Right? So anyway, she thinks nothing of it, goes, I think she was playing in the park or whatever, goes and has a nice day. About 15 years later...
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know, I think she was going to work, right, on a bike.
She's riding her own bike.
Riding her own bike, cycling down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Looks at the kid. That's the thing that happened like 15, 20 years ago.
Right.
It's her on the bike looking at her as a kid.
Right. Not another child.
No. So it's her. She's seen herself.
Carl? I mean, I don't know where to start.
Firstly, where's this information come from?
But I mean, why do you ever... I mean, I don't know what part of that you think can be true. I'm honest, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. What are you talking about?
Bit weird, though, isn't it?
But it's not true.
It didn't happen. Nothing happened like that.
She said it did.
Well, then she's wrong.
She said she saw herself.
She saw herself as a kid, didn't she?
Did she carry on riding
and as an adult when she was a kid.
Did she stop and talk to herself, or did she ride on by and think, that's a bit weird, there's me as an 8-year-old. I won't stop, I'll be late for work.
Yeah, if I'm late again, the boss said he'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and where is this information? Did it happen to someone you know?
No.
You overheard it on the bus?
No, it was in the 14 Times.
Ah, right. Well, that's the answer.
Good.
We've got to the bottom of that.
Right, good. Right, we've got who's that on the line?
It's Rob.
Rob, and are you a doctor?
I'm a final year medical student. I'll be a doctor in 2 months, touch wood.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, where do you study? Do you want to give more details, or do you want to remain anonymous as you're calling in to
I study at Barts Hospital.
All right, great. So, why do GPs sometimes put their finger up a man's anus?
To see what's there. If you've got hemorrhoids, if you've got an enlarged prostate, it's either that or they stick up a big tube and have a look up with a light.
What?
And it's easier to do that.
Now, Are you dumbing this down for us, or are you going to fail your medical exams by saying stick up a big tube with a light?
I'm dumbing it down.
Okay, come on then. We're all intelligent people here, and Carl. So you tell us what's that called?
It's called a sigmoid escape.
Right.
Nice. That was a clever test, wasn't it, Rick?
12-inch long.
Yeah.
12-inch long tube that they can put up there.
So, Carl, would you prefer that or a finger?
Well, so do they sort of do the finger first, and then, I mean, at what point do they say, hang on, we need a light here? I mean...
It's normally if there's something wrong.
But, so if I go then, say if I go to this Wellman clinic, right, and they go, yeah, the art's good and that, yeah, finger, there you go, and then they go, hang on, I'm going to go and get me light and tube. I could start worrying them because they've sort of found something.
And they're not likely to go straight in with the tube. They'll probably send you off some tests first.
But Carl, there's nothing. But you go to these places to put your mind at rest and to know where you are with your health. I mean, it's not that you go along. That's what most people worry about. They think that because I'll go along and they'll find something. Well, one, that's illogical. It doesn't heighten the fact they'll find something because you go along. And two, if they do find something, it's a good job you went along. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I don't go to the doctor, but I've had that
Carl,
done.
You should be concerned if when they shine the little light in your ear, it comes out the other side of your ear.
No,
the other ear comes right out the other side. That's when you should be worried.
But Rob, right, you said then, if they find something, they send me off for some tests. Why can't I just have the test without that and cut out the middleman? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're wasting lots of money.
There's hundreds of tests they could do, and they could do every test, and they could all come back with nothing. Or they could do the finger up there and send you for the 3 tests you need to find out what's wrong with you.
But in this day and age, with all the technology and that, and like brainy doctors and all that, the only way to find out is sticking a finger up there.
What are you worried about, Carl? Is it fundamentally that this doctor who's has done 6 years medical training, is it embarrassing to have a man's finger up your ass?
I just don't understand how you can get round to that without...
But what don't you like? Is it fundamentally you don't like anything up your ass, or is it the fact that it's a man's finger up there?
I don't like going to the doctors. It makes me nervous, because I think if anyone searches you long enough, they're going to find a fault with you, right? And especially if they're going that far into you. They're going to find something. And...
Probably not.
Well, you never... I just don't... I don't know how to get round to that sort of... that point where you get a... What do you talk to the doctor about? And he's like, all right, nice day. Strap your trousers.
He goes, he says, I'm gonna just,
Most people just shut up and let you do it, and then breathe a sigh of relief when you say there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But is that at the end of the test, or is that the first thing he does?
It's the last thing.
So that trousers up out the door.
Because he knows it ends conversation. He knows it's a bit of a faux pas. The doctor says, "Oh, I better not kick off with the finger up the arse." What I do is I'll start on with the the head, and then we're down and go. Oh, one final thing, Mr. Pilkington.
So Rob,
he drops his keys and he goes, "Pick them up." And as you bend over,
will you be doing this, Rob? Is this what you're like open to do? You do all these.
I'll have to do it at some point. All doctors do it at some point, no matter what they specialise in.
So the first one, is there another doctor there to sort of make sure you're doing it right?
Not dentists.
No, but do you know?
Dentists aren't doctors anyway.
No.
But do you know what I mean? Like normally, it's like a co-pilot will have someone with them for the first one. So when you put your first finger in,
yeah,
will someone be there going, right? You just want to move to the left of it?
I've already done it.
Have you?
Yeah. So that's the thing with a student. You're learning. So you get people teaching
and you learn on
these things.
Can I just point out, Rob, I think I'm right in assuming that you have a glove on.
Yep.
And there's lubrication.
Yep.
And it doesn't hurt.
No.
There you go. What are you worried about, Carl?
Who's this person who everyone's testing on in your class?
It's not one person.
One person. There's like, when a patient comes in and they've got a problem, your boss, the consultant, he does his finger up, and if he finds something, he goes to the patient, is it alright if the student has a feel as well? Then the student puts on a glove, puts the sleeve on the glove, and sticks his finger up and sees what he comes out with.
Rob, I wish you could see Carl's face. I mean, his face when you said, and he says, can this fella have a go as well? He looked horrified. That he thought it was a free-for-all, like there's a queue of people trying on gloves and going, let's have a go. That looks good up there. What have you found?
No, I mean, how come you had to sort of... Is it not something you could test on yourself rather than waiting for other people to come in. Because then, you know...
It's an awkward position to get to, really, isn't it?
Well, but you can have a good rummage then without feeling too awkward, but to sort of have a go on your first patient when you don't really know what you're looking for anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Never really thought about it.
Because you don't... If you've never done it before, you pop your finger in there, and you've got to sort of look, you've got to have an expression on your face like you know what you're finding.
Well, they can't see what you look... They can't see your face.
There, you got the big boss consultant man going, now move your finger there and you'll probably feel this. But he's just done it. He knows what's there.
Well, what? Oh, so he's already had a go. He's had a feel, and he's going, right, if you feel to the right, that's the conglomerate or whatever.
The conglomerate, yeah. Its conglomerate is in perfect working order.
I'm still...
Thank you, Rob. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Carl is probably the worst patient you'll ever encounter in your medical career. Good luck with your finals, and thanks very much.
And do you know any female doctors who do this? Or?
Thank you. XFM 104.9. Thank you. XFM 104.9 of a Saturday. Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant.
Hello there.
But we're not here. No, we're away. So this is the best of, and I hope you're enjoying it. We certainly are. I woke up this morning, yeah.
Feeling fine.
It's not a blues song. And I turned my phone on, and it was from Karl, and it went, "Forget it, I've made my mind up." And I thought,
wow.
What is that? And I
Forget it, I've made my mind.
Yeah, I went, "Karl, what is it?" He went, "Oh no, it's about the text I sent you last night." I went, "Well, what was it? I just got this text." He went, I was just wondering, I was thinking last night." He said, "Supposing you had to have your hands removed."
Sure.
Right? And the doctor said, "Well, you can either have them stay like that with stumps, or I can sew feet there. What would you have?" And I was bleary-eyed, and I went, "The stumps?" He went, "Yeah." I went, "All right." He went, "Yeah."
And then what was his follow-up text to that?
And then I got the text. It was obviously before it, and it went, and it was like quite serious. What would you do if surgery with your hands? Would you have stumps or the feet? Right now, the way when I said he's made his mind up, and I went the stumps, he went, "Yeah." I think secretly he decided on the feet, but was too embarrassed to tell me.
There's a little bit of what would you do? Because
But why did you think of this? Why did you think of this?
Girlfriend's away, right?
Yeah, no, that's not why you start thinking bizarre surgery devices.
Right? I'll let you into my little mind, right? Last night, I had some beans on toast, right? She was away.
It's good already.
She was away, she had some beans on toast, she went wild.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I was stood up, I live on on a high street, right? So I'm washing up, I'm looking out the window. First thing that had my attention is, I can look into other people's flats, right?
Yeah.
And it was weird how all these different lives were going on, I was watching them, and everybody had the telly on and was watching Volcano, right? Which was on last night.
Right.
And I thought, oh, that's weird, right? I can see them all watching it. And it was like a little Chinese lad who was dancing around in some underpants. Yeah. And then there's a little old woman who lives downstairs who was reading a book, and she's always reading a book every night. And it's like, I have a better life than her. And then there's like some sort of bouncer who's always getting ready to go out late at night with all the black on. He looks like a bouncer. So I was watching all this life going on. I thought,
did you witness a murder while you were doing it?
Yeah.
It was like that sort of Sliver film where that bloke had loads of tellies watching people's lives. So that was going on in my mind, and then I was washing up, and I picked up the plate, and I thought, oh, it's amazing, isn't it, the human body, the way you can just sort of, you know, I want to pick that up, and you do.
Yeah.
And the way your hands work, right? You've got 5 little digits, but it's just the right amount to do to do what you've got to do, right? So I'm cleaning the plate.
Sorry, Karl, stop. It's just the right amount. Might be one of the most genius things I've ever heard said. I would love David Attenborough to phone you up and say, "Karl, how do I word this about the evolution of the mammalian front limb?" Just go, we'll just say it's the right amount.
But it is. One
of course
extra
it is.
would get in the way.
Yeah.
And one less would just make it that little bit more tricky when picking up a bit of a slippery dish.
Sure, or buying gloves. Yeah.
A slippery dish.
Like, that got a load of attention in the press, but the Trisha programme got nothing.
Okay.
Which, I know, like, well, Steve called me up in the week, right? Like 10 o'clock in the morning, I was at work, and he goes,
You think so at 10 o'clock? I
think you're preparing this show.
Most people go to work about 8, 9.
Are you watching Trisha and that? I said, no, what is it? He goes, oh, you'll be loving it, right?
Freaks. Was it Help Me, My Mum's a Freak?
Siamese twins. Right, so I couldn't watch it, but he said, it might be on again because they repeat stuff on ITV2.
Right.
So I had my dinner late, right? Instead of having it at like 1 o'clock like I normally do,
Yeah.
I had it at like 2:30.
Yeah.
Sat in the office, put the telly on, ITV2. These Siamese twins.
Did it blow your mind?
It was amazing. You know, we talk about a lot of things on the show quite a lot. The Airy kids crop up a lot.
I was waiting. It's been 10 minutes and you haven't mentioned the Airy kid.
Right, and last week we were talking about Siamese twins, weren't we? So it was weird that this programme was on, but it was amazing. I mean, what
I think you can't refer to them as Siamese twins. I think they're known as conjoined twins.
Why?
I think Siamese is maybe considered derogatory or as an old antiquated phrase.
Yeah, I think it's because the first famous ones were actually from Siam.
Right.
And that doesn't exist anymore.
No, it's conjoined, Carl.
Yeah.
Get the phrase right.
But you'd think that if that's happened to you, that wouldn't be that sort of offensive. The names that you must get called.
Right. You think that's the least of your
Siamese
worries?
twins, I'd say, well, that's, yeah.
Now, were you stunned by where they were connected?
Just live with it, we'd say.
Because they were connected, of course, at the forehead.
Oh.
Sort of, which was quite extraordinary.
Well, there was one set of Siamese twins. One had a job and the other one didn't.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah. The other one was unemployed. The other one had a job. She had to go to work. She had to get up at 6 o'clock on a day
I'm
off.
supporting you, literally.
Yeah.
Then they get done off the social for sort of...
Yeah, because the other one was signing on. That wasn't a question that Trisha asked. Annoyingly, because I know that much of the audience was thinking that.
There's a few things that didn't crop up.
What questions would you have asked of them? Because what things did you feel weren't mentioned?
I'd love to just watch Carl watching amazing things.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's like early learning thing.
Mouth slightly open.
Yeah,
some
mouth
slight
open at a dribble, looking round to see if anyone else has seen it. You know, I hate that. Like when a cat sees a bird land on the balcony.
Exactly.
It can't believe it's luck.
I'd probably say, how do you buy her a birthday present?
A surprise gift, yeah.
Because everything's ruined.
Sure.
Right? I'd probably ask...
Yeah.
Well, did you not think it was interesting that one of them had a boyfriend?
Well, that was a bit weird, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
But what was the other thing I was thinking when I was watching it? I was thinking if one got into crime and that was sent to prison,
Right.
what would happen? How would you handle that?
It's brilliant. It is brilliant. If a chimp could talk.
And what was the other one? The other thing was, what did he talk about? Because it's not as if you can say, oh, guess what I did today? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So... the really weird thing about all this, right? And it's annoying because you were saying about, what should have Trisha have asked and all that.
Yeah.
But one of them mentioned that one of them was adopted and the other one wasn't.
Don't talk rubbish.
No, seriously. I didn't understand it, right?
Of course you didn't.
And then Trisha sort of said, well, let's have a chat. And they were like, no, I don't want to go into that.
What do you mean one was adopted?
That's what he said. One of them... don't quiz me on it, but that's what was said.
Hello there, I'm a multi-millionaire.
Oh, yeah.
I've just seen your orphanage.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
love
lovely,
to adopt one of your children.
You'd like to adopt one?
I'd love to adopt a children, because I've got loads from around the world, so I'd love to adopt one. I'd give you $10,000 towards your orphanage.
We'll speed it through then, yeah.
Brilliant, okay.
We've actually got 2 left.
I only need one. I'm only interested in one. Yeah, I don't need any more. Don't need any more.
They're sisters.
I know it would be tragedy to break them up, but I really only need one.
Now break it up. There's the rub. You see.
Sure. You just need the one. It's $10,000 now. You can have that. I'll sign it now. But I don't want to discuss it further.
I'll bring you around.
Brilliant.
Okay. Ding dong.
Hi. Yeah. Brilliant. You brought my kid round.
Yeah. There she is. There.
That's a joy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just standing next to a bush.
Yeah. Do you want to? Can you bring her out?
No.
Me?
There's nothing behind the bush. So you just want.
I just want to be able to walk 360 degrees round her.
Do you want her or not?
Yes. I can't believe it. What's that little trolley? She's talented.
Oh dear.
You're talking nonsense, Carl.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Some doctor or something who was into the way bodies work. They got their head cut off.
The doctor?
Yeah, he was doing a bit of an experiment.
And he cut his own head off?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was about, he said, when my head's in the basket, I'm going to blink my eyes.
Right.
Okay, sorry, hang on, let him finish.
And
So the doctor has chopped his own head off, and he's told everyone, I'm going to blink my eyes.
He's in the basket, and he goes like, right, I'm going to blink my eyes about, as many times as I can. So quick, count them. And they count, and he got to like 15 before he
Right,
died.
now this is how Carl told me that. Till Nick Frost explained that, Carl told me, he said, right, well, a bloke, right, he had his head cut off, and when his head was in the basket, he went, count how many times I can blink. And I went, well, that's rubbish. He went, no. And Nick went, well, no, he actually said, when my head's in the basket. He went, and Carl went, oh, I said, Carl, do you know the subtle difference? Do you see the subtle difference?
I have to say, though, guys, I still don't really understand what went on there. You've both lost me.
The story is that a bloke who'd been found doing...
you mean that Carl just explained it and that was a clear version? Because I still don't know what you're talking about, Carl.
Well, this bloke had his head cut off at experiments against God. He was a doctor in the, in olden times.
Yeah.
And when they cut his head off...
Why did they cut his head off?
Because it was...
he was
crimes against... Exactly, he was executed, yeah. And he said to his assistant, when my head's in the basket, I'm going to blink, count how many times I blink and write it down as an experiment, right? Carl told it to me, like his head was cut off and he went in the basket, and when his head was in the basket, he looked up and said, count how many times I blink. Yeah. I love that. I love the difference in that story.
Yeah.
Both rubbish, but, one's possible and one isn't.
You believe anything that you're told, except when we tell you the truth.
Okay, 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant. We're not actually here. It's the best of.
Got some new ideas for you.
Go on.
Well, they've all been blinders in the past.
Go on.
Did you do any competitions when I was away?
I think we did, didn't we? Did we give away a DVD?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, go on. Yeah,
right.
Go on. Anyway.
Well, I've thought of some...
This isn't like radio, is it, as we know it? This is just people talking. If the mic's on, it's luck.
Yeah.
If anyone's listening, I've no idea what they think of this show. It's not a show.
Not in the traditional sense.
No. Okay, then you're going to change with that, Carl.
Because a show suggests a certain form of presentation.
Yeah.
A certain pride.
And when we do present
dare I say it, some planning.
Yeah, and when we do, it's ruined by him pressing the wrong button.
Yeah, but I've got some planning here.
Go on, then.
Quizzes. What I did was, when I was on holiday...
Yeah.
Right, you said, come up with a new idea, right? So the best way of coming up with ideas is sort of...
thinking.
Sort of nicking a TV show name and then twisting it a bit.
Yeah.
So...
Or just rip off Simon Mayo's idea completely.
That's good advice for anyone out there.
I didn't...
Yeah.
If you're interested in ideas.
See, Carl is presently running a course writing for TV.
Yeah.
And that's the lesson one, isn't it? Just rip something else off.
Just do it and change the title slightly.
Yeah.
Well,
Go on.
This one I haven't really got... I don't know what to do on the game, but I'm thinking... Strike It Ricky.
That's all you've got?
That's
what you've come up with. How long did that take?
What is that?
I just thought it sounded a bit like Lucky. Forget that one then.
Yeah, forget that one. Okay, yeah. Well, no, good. No, we all have hits of this. Even Spielberg's, not all his films, can hit the. Go on.
Right.
No, okay, no, it's a good. Go on. Yeah.
Remember Big Brother?
Yeah. Do I remember Big Brother? No, go on.
Big Mother, right? You call in. If your mum's heavy, you win a CD.
What do you mean? How can you prove that?
Alright, forget that. Right, ER. Here's one.
Right, ER. Good one.
No.
Yeah. No.
The Price is Right, remember that?
Yeah.
Right.
The Price is Ricky?
No. The Rice is Right. And what I do, I read from an Indian menu and a Chinese menu. You tell me whether you have pilau or egg fried.
He's a genius, isn't he? He really is a modern...
that one.
No, go on then. Let's go into this one. Let's not cross this off right away. Go on then. What you read from what?
Well, I'll get a couple of menus from like an Indian and a Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
And I'll go like, chicken korma.
Well, could I just suggest that as it's an Indian, it will be pilau, and anything you read out that is...
Yeah, but you don't know which one I'm reading from.
What, the chicken korma's Indian, isn't it?
Yeah, so you go pilau. But then
Well, you might as well say Indian or Chinese.
No, because then the name wouldn't work. The Rice is Right.
Okay, yeah, I forgot you're working for the title backwards, aren't you? Okay, yeah.
I'm so confused. I don't know where I am or what day it is.
A programme that they've been in on Channel 4, right?
Can you cross that out? We're not doing The Rice is Right
I
either.
don't understand The Rice is Right.
No, go on.
I'll tell you that later. We'll have a game in the office, right? A game that they've been in on Channel 4, but has got really big viewing figures.
Well, obviously not.
Right.
Or they wouldn't be binning it. Go on.
Do you know 15 to 1?
Yeah.
They're getting rid of that, right?
Are they?
I'm thinking 15 Taiwan. Get some items that are made in Taiwan, right? Get 15 items, and I say what they are, and then you go, oh, I bet it's the vase. Or something.
That's the one that's made in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Just explain that again very quickly.
No, don't go.
Oh, forget that.
Cross it out. 15 Taiwan. Well, Carl, what are your thoughts? Why have you stuck it out here?
Nothing better coming in, I thought.
Well, I'll tell you why, because you're always on holiday. You don't do a lot. You get paid, well, doesn't he, really? He's a moany. He doesn't try and get on at all. He doesn't deal with people. He moans about everything. And, so he's...
I'm alright, I've got my own little room and that.
Yeah. Like a cage. It is like a cage, isn't it? And he can shut the door. If people walk past, he goes, shut the door. He doesn't want them looking in. He's like a miserable old chimp. We noticed today how much he's simian, isn't he?
He's very strange, actually. We maybe should try and get a picture on the website, because Carl's arms are particularly chimp-like. It's very, very strange.
Because he's got that he's got long downy hair. It's
and
not
the
like
long extended knuckles.
Yeah, and his totally round face that sort of the chin goes back and the dome of his cranium. I think, quite seriously, I know we sort of share about 98.5% of our genetic material with bonobos and chimpanzees, but I think he's got a little bit more.
Yeah.
I honestly think he's a little bit of a throwback. Just his line, they just kept to this sort of really the ugliest one in the cave and the tree, and he really didn't come out of it. I'm not saying you are, I don't think you are. Yeah, you're chimp-like.
No, it does annoy me. My hair annoys me on my body and that. Because I've got like hair on me little toes and that.
Have you?
Then on the legs.
Would you see your little toes? Can you pick things up with them?
Never tried.
Okay.
Well, that's the finale of this week's show. We're going to see if he can play a record and put the fader up
from a tyre while swinging on a tyre,
just using his hairy toes.
Yeah,
I've sort of got hair all the way, but then it just runs out where it should be on the top of your head.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is this part of the reason why you're always uncomfortable about being nude or around naked people? Is that partly the reason, do you think, because you look so grotesque?
Well, when I'm on holiday, I don't really like wandering about without a top on unless like it's a quiet beach or whatever.
Sure. So what would you normally wear?
I just have like a nice sort of light, summery, sort of linen shirt, maybe, just a few top buttons open.
Yeah.
But I don't like... The naked body isn't that nice anyway, is it? Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is, if you're a cat and you're shaved, you don't look that nice. Do you know what I mean? But with
I think you'll find a cat is naked even with its fur on. Cats don't wear clothes.
No, but what I mean is, a bald cat isn't that good. You know, it does me head in that I'm bald. I'm not, I wish if I could have hair, it would be nice, but that's life.
Would you prefer animals to wear clothes like Mickey Mouse does? Or Goofy?
You know that I don't like nudist and all that. We've done it.
But don't you think sometimes you could sort of like maybe fancify a little bit, like if there was such a thing as an ape salon, and there isn't, Carl. There isn't, right? Would you give a orangutan a trim, maybe sort of his hair? Because some of those look like they're going bald, but they've got a comb over, don't they?
They should just have a shave. When it's like that. That's what I did. Just take it back.
And the underarms as well. Yeah, they've really got a lot of underarm hair. Even the women ones.
Really?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I know. I don't know. I don't even know why they breed. I don't know how they get they laid, some of those horrible old hairy ginger orangutans.
Yeah, they are particularly grim, some of those.
I know, yeah.
The big ones.
I know.
Ginger ones.
Yeah.
You can't be happy, can they? What is that? Where did that happen, the ginger thing? Why do people give them like hard time and that?
Well, you just gave them a hard time then, so why did you do it? You were just buying in, were you, to
people do sort of give... I don't understand why, but ginger people get quite a bit of stick, and I've never understood it.
No, it's just, I don't know why.
They do, don't they?
I don't know, it might be historical, it might have been because... I'm sure they don't everywhere in the world. I'm sure it's probably...
Oh, they are. They're always... I've said to you about even, like, ginger cats, they're always fat, because they're sort of sick of it, probably.
Play a record!
Wait. Ginger cats, what do you mean?
When you see a ginger cat...
They've been eating, like, because they're upset,
they're fed up and
they've been bullied.
You never see, like, a thin, happy ginger cat running about. He's always overweight and looking a bit fed up. It's just a good point, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's a good point, Carl. It's a point.
So last week, the Chinese don't age well. Now, anything ginger, including cats, are sick of it.
No, but I'm just saying...
Are you ginger? Would you like to take issue with any of Carl's points? 83 XFM is the text. You can text us. Maybe you've seen a thin ginger cat.
I'm not having a go, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's weird how people give him a hard time. And it's if I could have hair, I'd go for ginger hair rather than being bald.
Really?
No. What sort? No. The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious...
Sorry, Anne, Mrs. Robinson, we're going to have to let you go.
Yeah.
Go on.
You are the weakest link, Carl. Goodbye.
Yeah, go on.
The Pope.
Yeah, the Pope. Yeah, we've got the Pope. Yeah, that's not strictly a question.
He wears a...
He wears a Desmond's hat. He wears Gorblimey trousers. Yeah.
Does he live in a council flat?
Yeah, he lives in a council flat.
He wears a semi-precious stone. What's the stone?
The Pope wears a semi-precious stone. What is the stone?
You mean, what is it called?
Yeah.
What is it called?
What, has it got like a kind of papal name?
I think it's like, is it a 18-carat one?
So we got to try and get the carrot
yeah.
of the Pope's big diamond.
He calls it Dennis. He calls it Dennis the Stone. Do they want do they want the type of gem it is, like
or is
diamond,
there some kind
jade,
of papal name
ruby,
for it?
or do they want it like the Rosetta Stone, or
I don't know.
I can't actually. Play a record. Play 2 record.
Let's not.
Where's your head at? Basement Jacks. Right. Okay. Let's get this.
Have we knocked this on the head? Then it's just not happening.
Oh, here he is. Look.
Here he is.
Come in. How have you...
Oh, I don't believe that.
Oh, that's pathetic.
I do not believe that.
That's absolutely pathetic.
Now, they won't believe this, will they?
No.
Right,
No.
if I say that Jonathan Ross just got his massive member out, and he is a big lad, come and sit down.
I've got your tickets, Mr. Gervais.
Thank you.
What's going on here then? I mean, why are you dropping off tickets?
Well, because, in the spirit of the Comedy Awards, we like to have the rising young stars of the British Comedy
That's
Awards.
right, and that's me.
Well, we couldn't find any this year, so we've asked Ricky whether he would sit in the rising young star seat, and I wanted to deliver the tickets personally, so there's no excuses if he doesn't turn up later.
Yeah.
I always suspected that you were sort of pretty well endowed.
Yeah.
And now we've seen. It's on webcam.
That was just one of my cocks.
That's the one you're wearing today.
Didn't we?
Did
We
you?
got in
Don't
trouble
say
saying
that. No, we were
This is meant to be the happening young station. What's going on?
No, you can't say stuff like that.
You can't.
Just careful what you say. Look after Judy and Clary.
What, can I-
and he comes back in the person line.
10 years
And
in the
that happened
wilderness.
to you.
That's Jesus you're thinking of, isn't it?
Just because you're on everything at the moment.
I walked in here and I came in here and I thought this is the young happening place, and what do I see in here? 3 old men sitting.
What are you talking about? I'm only 28, 27.
You all look, you're wrecked. You all look wrecked. You're
Well, that's because we're always partying.
I was looking for some youngsters. Where's the youngsters? I wanted to see some tight leather pants. I wanted to see some foxy chicks hanging on you every word. What is it? It's a bunch of old blokes and a bloke up there washing up in a sink.
But look at him. He even dresses for radio. Look
This
at
is
him.
ludicrous.
It's amazing. Looks like you're
I love the
one
fact
step
you were
away.
on the phone to Gervais last night, weren't you? Asking his advice on clothes. Look at him. He's going for the man down the DSS.
I like that look. That's a nice look.
Have you got a single pair of trousers that aren't elasticated at the waist?
They're maternity jeans, aren't they? They've got a whole Frank panel that pulls
The
forward.
thing is, what I do at the end of the week, I can pop these in the pan and I can make a nice soup with all the food that's encrusted in
At
them.
his years as a homeless coming to the fore there.
Look at you,
But
one
why-
step away from Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
I'd like to be that bit closer.
But why are you dropping off tickets? Are you a little bit... Because I thought you were married and stuff. Why do you suddenly got this obsession with Gervais?
Because
I'm a bit rough, ain't I?
yeah, it's like when you see Dale Winton out with those rough boys. I'd like to get one of my own.
When a top celebrity in a lovely looking suit walks down the corridor with his penis out,
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that I'm still
You
attractive.
know you've arrived. I was inaugurated in the same way. For me, it was Des O'Connor. It's like it's the passing on of the baton, if I may use that euphemism. and you've been battened.
But it's fantastic.
Well,
it is a pleasure. I don't think I'm complacent just because I'm mixed with people like you. I still wake up and think, I don't believe it. I'm mates with Jono.
Can I just point out one thing?
Jono.
I was listening to the show last week and I heard you, as always, revealing a little too much about yourself, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah.
Steve tried.
Not as much as you.
No, but that was just for the benefit of the room.
Yeah.
And talking about when you used to occasionally urinate in the sink.
Yeah.
When you were around my house last time and I came in and you looked a bit shifty, No, please reassure me.
It was more ownership. I was like, I went to my territory, and then other people that come in and go, has Gervais been round here? It's like just marking my territory.
Because my coffee the next morning had a hazelnut tang to it that I don't remember putting in.
Can I just say something? Because I mean, I used to, mention to you, Gervais, when we first started getting involved in the business.
Yeah.
I used to say, if there was one celebrity I'd like to be friends with, it's Jonathan Ross.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Ricky's befriended Jonathan Ross. I'm nowhere to be seen.
But
Not
Ricky
invited
told me-
round.
Ricky told me that I could be his friend, providing I never extended the arm of friendship.
Right.
to you.
Yeah, if you ever...
I thought it was mad.
He tries to keep everyone else down he works with, from the office, all the other shows. He tries to keep them down. He said,
I didn't even want
I'm
you to
number
come in.
one.
I wanted to meet you on the steps.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to tell him you were around. But you called. He went, who's that? And he saw your name come up and he went, well, can I meet him?
Well, you're all coming tonight, aren't you?
This isn't Radio 2, by the way. These links are way too long. This is snappy radio. We have to play...
Yeah.
You might
The
be
kids
John
have lost
Ross,
interest.
But the kids want to hear Coldplay, Catatonia,
You know what I like?
Faithless.
How about some more of that instantly forgettable hip-hop you play each week? One of those obscure hip-hop hooey. That's the worst feature on British radio. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Wait a minute, I've heard your quiz on Radio 2.
I said the hip-hop's had its day.
Put it away. Put it away.
I'm Carl.
Carl, how you doing?
I'm all right. Got a question for you.
Right, man.
Got a question.
Yeah.
The Pope.
Yeah.
What semi-precious stone does the Pope wear?
That is easy.
Go on.
Topaz.
Is that the right answer?
I don't know. I might have wrote it down.
I'm really sorry, Jonathan.
It's not what he publicly admits to, but I have to know because I was hanging out with him at the Groucho one night and he was saying, oh, look at this, look at that Topaz, go and buy that, look at that. Vatican City.
Look at that, we can make a nice ring out of that, he said.
Didn't go anywhere, but thanks for asking. I better go, I've got to go and buy some winkle pickers.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Enjoy
Nice to meet you,
it.
Stephen. Carl, I wish I could say it's been a pleasure, but actually it was quite creepy.
See you later. This is the Best Of Show on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying the Best Of.
I'm amazed that these are the highlights and that we've strung it out this long, Rick.
But the good thing like this is, we're not here, we recorded this a couple of weeks ago, just the links, right? This has taken us about 10 minutes for the whole show. We get paid the same. Why don't we do this every week?
That's a great idea. High five.
Listen to this clip, it's brilliant. 100 reasons, if I could.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Pop Will Eat Itself?
Carl, have you got like a sound effect or something of like, get the atmosphere
Cheering.
we're going to test?
Cheering. We'll seek it out with.
Have you got something there? Have a look on there. I'm just looking in the NME for the kind of forthcoming gigs of the smaller known bands, and it might be a useful place to just begin the.
Ladies and gentlemen, peoples around the world, will you please welcome to the stage Chumba Awamba?
Have you got a sound effect? We got one. Nice, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage the Parkinsons?
They're playing in Leicester this week, so I look forward to that.
That's a good plug, isn't it?
Let me see who else.
If anyone wants to pop down to Leicester to see the Parkinsons.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Cyclefly.
Okay.
Oh, there's a genuine one here. This is someone. Simon's emailed and he says, "Will you just test this name for us?" Okay, Carl, if you can. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome to the stage Coach?
Not utterly convinced.
No,
it's not too
no.
bad. It's not.
I'm worried about the sound effect. We start to sound like Chris Moyles or something. When we play a sound
He's a
effect.
top broadcaster. Everyone loves him.
Losing weight as well.
He is hilarious. funny man. Just there's one more coming here. I'll just check this one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome, this is Chris Oxford. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, meanwhile back in communist Russia.
Is that a band?
I assume so.
I assume it's his band.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Steve, I mean, I will play great old tunes till the cows come in. We got to give them a little bit of Dandy Warhols and Air and Athlete. I know that, and they're great. They're good, right? But I wanted to play a Cat Stevens song, but I thought I'd better not because I've, play that a little bit. And we quite like resurrecting old reputations, don't we? People like Elton John who had bad faces, or David Bowie.
People whose names now are largely laughed at in the serious rock
or people
circles.
that people might not have considered. I thought Cat Stevens, oh no, Rod Stewart, I thought.
Well, see, Rod Stewart, many people now are thinking of the leopard hot pants and the ludicrous
Do you
hair.
think I'm sexy and all those sort of awful stadium sort of disco things, but he wrote beautiful tracks from Maggie May and I thought, hold on, two birds with one stone. What about a Rod Stewart song written by Cat Stevens?
Wow. Is there such a thing?
The first cut is the deepest.
Let's hear it, Rick.
On this album as well is The Killing of George. Georgie Part 1 and 2, remember? About the gay bloke. Georgie Boy was gay, I guess. His favourite song. Carl's favourite song,
Yeah.
right? And I was going, oh yeah, I remember that, yeah. I said about, and I said, did not intend to take his life. He just pushed it when he gets mugged and killed. Do you know what he said?
Go on.
I was sitting outside, I was singing, he went, well, as I said, they go out too late.
They go out too late?
He meant gay people go out too late. He went, no, they do. I went, what do you mean? He said, well, they're always out, they go out when people are coming home. He said, if he'd have been in bed by 10, he'd still be alive today.
That's a sobering lesson.
And he went, there's one that works here and he's shattered every Monday.
Oh, if you're gay and you're listening, just be in bed earlier. Go out when sensible people go out.
Yeah.
You're right, we're not on the continent, Carl,
If you're gay and you're not in bed by 10, go home.
Yeah.
I don't get it. That blew me away, right? That the fact that he got the name, he got the number. Spooky bit, right? I'm walking home. I called you up a couple of times and I left a message on your phone because it was just amazing. Not only was he good at magic, but his maths was brilliant. No, well, that thing adding up to 42 was like, how did he do that? I mean, we didn't even make a big deal out of that.
He said that to me. He said, all Carol Vorderman's got is the maths.
Do you know what I mean? Imagine him on Countdown. Yeah. He'd even know what they were going to write down. Do you know what I mean? So a bit of a wasted talent. I should see him again about that. I think he's... So I get into my flat, right? And what they do in my flat where I live, they put the post in like these little pigeonholes. Right, and I don't normally check them out. I leave it for Suzanne to do, right?
Sure.
But this time, for some weird reason, I thought, right, I'll check it, see if we've got any posts. Open it up. There's only this. A letter for Miss Harris.
Yep, there it is. Bona fide in front of us. A letter addressed to a Miss Harris.
Well, does she live there?
No, it's my address. She doesn't live there.
Did she ever?
Don't know. It doesn't matter. It's weird, isn't it?
But
we've never had. Normally, I think there was a guy who lived there called Yakishoki.
Mr. 42.
It was definitely wasn't an Harris, right? This is the first time we've had a letter for this woman.
Yes.
Right.
But what are you claiming? Because Darren Brown himself admits that it is not paranormal, it is not supernatural, it is a trick. It's a trick.
Is it?
But he would say that, wouldn't he? Hitler said that. Play a record.
Well, can we open this?
No! It's illegal!
No, but I'm thinking if it's a birthday card for someone's like 42nd birthday.
Right. You can't open that letter. Go and put it back or you cannot open that letter.
Why not?
You can't open someone else's mail because you think Darren Brown's supernatural.
What if we steamed it open and then resealed it? No one would know.
It's only a letter.
You can't, you can, but I don't want any part of it.
Carl, I think you should open it.
No, you open it.
I'm not opening it. It's against the law. You should open it then.
We won't open it then.
They won't send you to prison.
Forget it.
You'll get off.
Cure?
Bit of cure.
There's no cure, no.
I'm looking... Well, I'm tempted to open it.
Well, do you want to, Steve? There you go.
No, I'm not going to open it, but I think you should, definitely. 6 Different Ways by The Cure from the album The Head on the Door. We've enjoyed that.
The head on the door, Carl. Ooh, bit of a coincidence.
Spooky, isn't it?
It was only 4 weeks ago you were talking about a head and a door.
Exactly.
Has the door got a number on it? 42.
Oh, dear.
So we're not opening it?
No.
Well, I can't open it because as the producer, right?
Oh, yeah, because your standing in society is such that they'd make a real example of you.
Yeah.
A producer of a tin pot radio show once a week. Yeah, he should know better. He can press buttons and talk at the same time. Sending down.
But they wouldn't try you in an adult court.
You would get away. You would get away with it. Just they'd hear you speaking for a little while, and the judge would end up squeezing your head and letting you off.
It'd be like those people who train monkeys to break in. Do you remember down in South London? We talked about it in the past, and they were going around robbing stuff, and they trained them to do it. Yeah, I don't think those monkeys would have got in trouble. It would have been the keepers. So, I think XFM would probably take the rap.
Will you open it?
No, I can't be seen to open it.
No, he's a writer-director.
Exactly.
So am I. I can't be seen to open it.
I'll give it here then.
Right, I'm having no part of this.
That's against the law, but...
Right, I'm having no part of it.
Open it. Come on, you've started now.
Right.
The thing is, right, if it's important, we can say maybe she's listening.
But do you need to stress? What it could be anything. What are you going to say? We're going to say, oh, and if you are listening, Mrs. Harris, you have got gonorrhea. Call the clinic. Do you know what I mean? It could be anything.
Oh dear.
Oh well. I think my talk did well. Well, what is it?
It's the number 42 on there.
What is it? Can you say? Be careful. What?
Let me see what it is.
What is it?
Dear Sir, Madam, your periodical dental inspection is now due. Would you kindly contact the surgery to make an appointment? Mrs. Harris, if you're listening, your periodical dental inspection is now due. You might want to contact the the dental surgeon that you normally go to.
She could have a faulty tooth.
42.
42.
42.
I don't believe it. 42.
42. Oh my God.
God, that Darren's good.
Darren Brown's good, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Because my auntie Nora, she same thing, pumped her with loads of drugs. She used to have a cabinet next to the bed is like boots. She's got loads of stuff, right, for all sorts of stuff. And I mean, she's not that old, but she's on loads of stuff, right?
She's a bit coked up, is she?
She called up my mum once. And,
Yeah, you told us this. Go on, tell it again.
And she said, "Oh, how are you doing?" And that. She's all right. Bit worried though. My mum said, "Wow, what's up?" She said, "I've been breaking wind." So she goes, "Well, you know." She says, "No, but this one is going on and on and on." And she was like, she was like, what do you say? What's like passing wind, farting for 5 minutes. one thing, not like, you know, trumping and then nothing.
Yeah.
Continuous
drone of a fart.
Yeah.
I don't think she had. How big was she? She must be the size of a barn.
No, she's not that big. She's good for her age.
No, but I mean,
quite slim.
No, but fighting for 5 minutes. Where's all the gas? Was she circular breathing? Was she sucking it in with her mouth?
It was just, I don't know that much about it. But she called up my mum about 2.5 minutes in.
Could you hear it in the background?
2.5 minutes in!
2.5 minutes in, she called my mum up, and it went on for a further 2.5 minutes.
Oh. And she just stayed on the phone, did she?
Where was
going? Can you hear that?
Well,
Did she hold the phone next to her arse? Listen to that.
She was off the ground.
I'm trying to work a tune down.
She was actually hovering. She was 4 foot off the ground when they found her, the ambulance men.
The cat's dead.
Don't light a match! Don't light that cigarette!
Yeah, it's like that advert. The kids come home from school, switch on the light.
Yeah. Then they see Granny hovering, turn the light on.
Be careful if you have an elderly woman at home.
Yeah. Drugs make you fart.
So that's what I'm saying, you know, just let these people...
What are you saying? No, wait, what are you saying?
I'm saying let people enjoy the life they've got left.
No, you're not. You're saying don't put them in hospital, leave them at home to die.
No, I'm not.
Give them a Rubik's Cube and let them die. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll tell you something now, right? Steve, I'll tell you something. I didn't want to do it because it brings the show down. But she did die.
Who, the blue-handed lady?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I said to my dad, how's the woman next door? She said, oh, she went last night. They've got an old fella in there now.
God.
So, there you go. So, wouldn't it have been better to leave her at home where her friends and family can call and speak to her, even nip that round if they want, you know, with a cat, I imagine.
No, it's definitely a cat now. What was that cat's called that you imagine?
Probably, I'm seeing like a big ginger one, so I don't know, something like, I don't know, maybe ginger or whatever. Maybe I had a budgie. But that's what I'm saying, just let them enjoy this life, because dying in hospital, I wouldn't like to do it. If I went to the doctors and they said, you haven't got long life left, I'd say, well, I'll stay at home.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right? If you can't do anything for them, let them enjoy their life.
Yeah, a Rubik's Cube.
Right, well,
Yeah, you might want to try and
You heard
think
about
that
the hanging one when
What's this
the
called?
fella was...
Sorry, mate, go on.
When the fella was hung.
Well hung?
He was hung and...
Sorry, what's hung?
He was hung by a rope.
So, isn't that... No, I think it wasn't he a Chinese emperor? And wasn't he hung?
Yeah.
Sorry, he was hung.
Some fella who'd done something, they hung him. And,
They wanted him, I
It's not a word anymore. He was hung.
look, don't be doing that again, because you said squoze wasn't a word, and then I shown you a menu today that someone sent, and it said fresh orange, squoze.
In inverted commas, and next to it was the word colour, spelt C-O-L-O-R. So, presumably either the American menu, right, in which case there's loads of American words that we don't use, or it's just a badly typed piece of work.
Anyway, there was a bloke that was hung.
He was hung and that, but he didn't die.
Hung on that, he was definitely a Chinese. Hung on that, yeah. I remember him now, yeah.
He didn't die, and they said, oh, just hang on a minute whilst we change the rope and that, and he stood there waiting, changed the rope, they tried to, do it again, and didn't work.
It didn't work, right?
So they got another rope, right? Didn't work, and then they had to let him go because it's like there's a well-known saying or something from this thing.
Yeah.
What?